Greetings, greetings, greetings. Hello, hello. Hello. Hello.
What up?
What's up, man? Welcome in. Welcome in. Glad
What's
you found
up?
us.
What's up? What's up?
I was filling Matt in on the Jeremy Renner story and about what was going on with him.
Okay. Now, are we
What up? What
playing
up?
Diablo 4? What's going on?
That's the plan as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about this
So,
like almost a week ago now, so we're definitely on the mode, ready to go. Hopefully, everybody able to get in and do their thing.
so Wes,
What up?
I can kind of be like a little bit of a hub for this, but I need to get added Diablo on my friends list. So,
Yeah, I'm trying
what
to.
is your battle tag?
Then my name and my dude.
No, your battle tag, your social battle tag. Diablo. Are you on the game?
Yeah.
It literally would be like what your tag is on the game side. You know what I'm saying? Not the PlayStation side, but I
What?
forget.
Phantomic?
Blizzard. No, whatever
No,
your Blizzard name
your
is.
Blizzard battle tag.
Thank you. Yeah, that's what we're looking for.
I think it's Phantomic.
So,
I
no, it's
should be
not.
able to add him from the yeah, that's your actual like PSN name, which I can still invite you from.
How do you check it?
Go hit the touchpad. Go over to social.
All right. Touchpad.
And then I have to go to touchpad. Bring it, and then go over to social. Have to go over to PSN.
Oh, you have to be in game.
Yes, you have to be in game.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
This fucking shit. I don't want to say it because it was gonna happen, but you know, it ain't looking good for my phone, you know.
You should probably add J. Oh, there's. Oh. Okay, you're already in.
Yeah, I sent him an invite. I got him through mine, but you guys will probably still
Wait,
need to
you
add
sent
him on
me an
yours.
invite to join your
No.
join the game?
No, why would I do that?
All right, so you go
Yeah, if I
to
can.
social. All right, where is it in social?
There's a portal. We got some Rick and Morty action going on.
There
Who
we
is
go.
it? Who is it?
You are about to be transferred to
Well,
the
one
party
way or
leader's
another, we got
world.
everyone in.
Look at this sketchy looking motherfucker.
Your party campaign
Everybody's
state what?
everybody's got the
Yeah,
Diablo gear
well,
on. This guy's still dressed like he's playing Call of Duty. What's going on?
The hell you talking about?
What do you mean what am I talking about? I'm looking at my screen right now. You got three evil looking motherfuckers ready to just traverse on scorched earth, and meanwhile we got Mr. Vanguard over here ready to play Call of Duty with a crossbow. Like what the fuck? Ain't nothing about you says I'm playing Diablo. You look like you still stuck. Like just listen, the war is over, okay? It's alright. It is alright, you know.
I cannot find this battle tag. Where is it in the thing?
What?
I
PSN?
mean,
Oh,
y'all,
you don't even have to really
look,
bother. We were able to get everyone together.
Necromancer, Ranger, okay?
right. What's your point?
Okay, I'll just.
I like getting up close and personal with it.
So I fail to relate to what's going on right now. Alright, so seriously, let me make sure I got my shit straight because I've been working on getting some other shit done. while we were working on this part in hopes that I could actually get my camera back on today with this game. Because I need like my whole ass screen to see everything that's going on, bro. It's getting tough. Shit.
Where the fuck did Matt go?
Shit.
I'm right here.
Got way too many motherfuckers. Oh, there you are.
Yeah, so you calm down. It's gonna be okay.
Got way too many motherfuckers up in this motherfucker.
How do you figure? We got exactly what's supposed to be in here right now.
No, I'm talking
He's
about.
talking about my army.
No, I'm talking about these other motherfuckers that have the green tags over top of their head.
But yeah, it is an open world,
Oh, I know.
open server. So
Selfish talent. He wants the whole world to himself.
Exactly. The world is mine, bitch.
Maybe in the real world, we're like, listen, we're in game right now, dog. Like,
actually, you know what?
And I am streaming, by the way, I think.
Nice.
I think I was able to get it set up.
Don't think I'm gonna have the dog.
You're not gonna bring your dog with you?
If I had the little tiger thing, then well, no. In all honesty, I would want the if I with the character that I'm doing, I wouldn't if I had the Dante tall dog.
Nice. Yeah. Teleporting. I'm teleporting right now.
You've got a skull face. I'm gonna switch mine up.
Yeah, with the horns.
No, I'm talking about since Nem because he's a necromancer. Got a skull face. Switch mine up.
Skulls on my staff.
whoa, language, guy.
Skulls, man.
Out of control.
Woo! Save some coffee.
There
So I
we go.
switched it up, so I look a little bit.
Whew. Quad shot cappuccino.
There we go. So I am streaming right now. Cool.
Good man, good man.
Nice. In the pipe. We 5x5. We live.
Told you so, by the way, but whatever. Never lose faith, my brother.
Hell yeah.
Whew.
So welcome to ITP 5x5, y'all.
He's back. He's back.
Yes,
What up, what
ITP 5x5 is back. How y'all doing? Thank you, House of Mar, for having us. I appreciate it.
Bro, every time on the clock. That's the way we're doing it. I'm glad to have you guys here with me.
So House of Mar streaming on Twitch, ITP 5x5 streaming on YouTube.
Got you covered world.
Yeah. Putting it out there.
That's it.
What?
Try to get on every Saturday, discussing horror film subgenres, you know, making sure that we spread the love.
What in the cut? I have to quick edit there, but you know.
Gotta do what you gotta do in those times.
What in the cut?
So we have Fantomic with us, as well as Matt the God Wood
What up, what up?
and Nemesis Mar. Thank you.
Let's go.
Gonna be playing some Diablo 4. Obviously, that's what we're in right now. And tonight's horror discussion topic is folk horror.
Uh-oh. My client has been disconnected from the server, dog.
Oh no,
That ain't cool.
that is not cool.
Wait. From oh damn,
Wait, BT what,
booted
bud?
all of us.
Hmm?
All right, so report. Who is ranked what? I know you're 40, Matt, but where are you at, Talon?
I am 21.
All right.
21 and Wes is 16.
All right, so either one of you guys honestly could invite me, except for Matt. I mean, honestly, I'd play Matt's. I don't care. It's fine. But the other three of us are closer in proximity to level, so yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just thinking, like, if mine bumped me out, maybe I need to be joining yours. I don't want to be, assuming too much, but
Just
Well,
got to get you back in the party.
Matt
alright,
invited
I'm
me,
logging in
so
now.
I don't know.
Yeah, just send me another invite, then I guess I'll just squad up. It's all good.
I got you. I'm gonna
The
send
state,
that.
yeah, it says the state of the sanctuary is based on the leader's progress, so
I'm the leader right now. I need to make somebody else the leader.
copy. Yeah, because like I said, I'm sitting at 18, about to hit
All right.
19, so
So why don't we do this? Why don't we do this? Since Fan is the lowest, let's make him the
I just
party leader.
promoted you
You.
to. I just promoted you to party
I win.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
right,
I
if
mean,
anybody has access to my stream and can check it out, just revised the overlays. So now we have a window. Everybody can see me in the chat cam once again.
there you go, brother. I re-invited you.
I think I just got two. Hold
Yeah,
on.
I did too.
I don't know who to accept.
Okay. And little brother, gonna hit the touchpad. Bring you to another screen. Gonna hit R.
Oh, damn it.
2.
Yeah, R1.
R1.
Yep. So it goes over to social on that top menu.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it did not work. Damn it.
Hit R2. Go to where it says PSN.
That means PlayStation Network, dog.
See me on there.
There we go.
Yep.
Welcome back now.
See me on there.
Did I make it?
Looks like you
Yes,
made
you
it.
did.
All right, cool.
And
Keep me
I am
on
actually going to promote Fan to party leader.
Yeah. Party wheeler.
Party leader. Party leader.
Party wheeler.
Party weaver.
Party wheeler.
Would you like to return
Party
to
wheeler.
your own world state?
Whoa. In another world. One man. Plays a game.
Would you like to return to your own world state? Should
Yes.
I do that?
Yes.
Should.
Accept.
It's to your world state.
Okay. My progress.
Right now we're in my world.
Yeah,
So
you're
your
my
party
world now.
campaign does not match with the party leaders. You will only be making progress on the party leaders campaign.
Yep, that's perfectly fine.
Right? So that's how that works. So
Oh, so the party leader gets all the
Fan,
XP?
yes.
Right? Like,
Fan,
No.
we all
XP. We all get the XP.
we all
It's
grow.
just as far as the campaign itself is concerned, it is only going to progress your campaign.
I got you. The story mode.
Yeah.
I have confusion.
Right. I am Jack's burning confusion.
I'm Jack's overwhelming feel of inadequacy.
Nostalgia.
I'm going to step outside the city gates and go kill some stuff.
I'm right behind you.
I'm going to go kill some stuff.
Well, like I said, I'm right behind you.
Everybody want to kill some stuff,
We want to kill some stuff.
you know. Wanna kill stuff where you are.
Hell yeah, here we go.
Save some for me, damn it.
I'll see Borderlands all over again. Here we go.
You don't have to stand right next to me. Oh, and believe me, there's going to be times where it's going to be.
No, you're not wrong, but at the same time, I don't want to be Stewart. Like, let me do it. You know what I mean? Oh,
We're killing stuff.
you say so. I don't see shit.
Down there. Yellow circle is. Got plenty of monsters here.
Yes, we do. That's because we joined an event.
Haha, got him.
I spit in your general direction. Die, 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 die.
Get some.
Like, this is a time when it doesn't matter that I'm level 40. Everyone's getting some kills.
Just give me the XP. I'll be fine.
This one here, they're just going to keep coming for the next 35 seconds.
Yep. Would y'all quit hitting me, goddammit? That was a lot of fucking gold.
Virtus Praymaker. Got a named guy over here.
Would you watch where you're throwing that motherfucking fire?
It doesn't hurt you.
Sure as hell felt like it.
Yeah.
What about this?
World boss spawning soon.
Give me
Uh-oh.
the gold.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, short sword. Let's see. Anything better than what I have?
Emma's still back at the city. He didn't even make it over here.
Teleport to us, Dim.
Yeah, there's nothing better than what I already have. God damn it.
Should be in the city center. You should be able to teleport to us. Pick either one of us.
Alright, I'm back. I think I grabbed something.
Give me gold. Give me gold. Give me
Check
gold.
out this frozen tunnel.
Let's do it.
Frozen
Better
tunnel.
be frozen in here.
I admit the party picture looks pretty dope.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah.
Hello, hello. Open the chest and they all drop down.
There's more.
Can't wait till I get the meteor. Meteor's one of my favorite powers. Ooh.
Ooh, that was a lot.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I like it a lot.
A lot.
Oh, that was a little disappointing,
It's kind of quick, huh?
right?
Yeah, this is a small one.
And then anywhere at my level, it's like level 16. The level 16 cave.
No, it was just that was on the map. It's just a little mini dungeon,
Okay.
little treasure dungeon. Not like a full on
Oh shit!
thing. Ooh,
These
all the
motherfuckers
cooks is-
started coming back to
Raised.
life. Like what the fuck?
Yep. Guess we could head back and get down. I don't know. He's still up there at the town.
Yeah, there's too much for me to do, man. I wouldn't worry about it. You guys are gonna have a blast. I'll figure it out.
No,
What are you
we're
doing?
coming. We're coming. We're coming.
That's the whole thing, dude. I have no fucking idea. Like, I've never played this before, so I spend majority of the days I do play trying to figure the game out. Like, I don't have
We're coming to you.
to talk to, know, like what I'm going through. Like,
How are you?
Well,
talking to
somebody
my brother
has
about
something
it,
marked.
but, he's basically gatekeeping info on how to play this fucking shit. So like, I just don't know, dude.
We're coming.
Wait, who's gay?
It's really
info?
just-
It don't matter, dude. You guys are good. Like I said, it's gonna take me a little bit longer, but I'll figure it out.
No,
We made it.
seriously,
We
it's
made it.
really just about. Okay, so if you hit the touchpad, it brings up a map.
Oh no, I know, but I'm so far in over my head and got shit to do. Like, I'm honestly just like genuinely not even interested anymore. Like, I've tried as best I could. I worked really hard the past few days to like level up, but now I'm at a spot where like I don't know how to do half the shit that I got to do, or like how important it is. So I've literally just been walking around in circles, like, you know, trying to figure out the map, where these icons, so I know where stuff's at. I spend like 30 minutes just trying to find shit, so I know how to forward the story. I've got like 4 missions I got to do in 3 different chapters, 7 different side missions, which I'm completely ignoring because like I'm just trying to do the main portion of the game, but I
Right.
don't even know what
Well-
that is. So you know.
Right now, you don't have to worry about any of that because we're not in your world. So we're not progressing your story
No,
whatsoever.
I get that, and
So-
it actually kind of makes it worse because, like I said, I don't know what I'm doing. So now I'm gonna go and move forward. on
You're
doing
just
shit.
following us.
That's what I'm saying, though. It's like now I'm doing shit I don't even know what it is I'm doing. So I'm kind of just.
All we
hanging
gotta
out.
do is hack and slash.
Just go and kill stuff. That's the whole
Yeah.
point of this game, for real.
We're gonna hack and slash
Kill
and
stuff.
gain XP.
Just kill stuff.
No, I get it, but like my pockets are full, so I'm trying to get rid of shit so that I got.
Oh, you gotta
fucking
sell
make-
stuff.
That's
what I'm
easy.
saying. So
All
listen,
right.
hear me out. Hear me out.
Hey, that's all
But
good.
I've done this now 4 different times. Literally not an exaggeration. So I've leveled up all my stuff. I believe I've got everything except for like one piece of gear that's not rare. All of it's still low as shit. And by low, I mean like
That's all right.
upper 100s or so. Like, it's not bad.
Same
The
here.
whole
I got
point is,
bad
like,
gear right now.
I'm always concerned about leveling up the wrong shit in the wrong direction because I got no fucking clue what I'm doing.
Here's what I'll tell you:
On
is
this
level, it shouldn't
your,
matter.
none of your gear means fucking anything until you're level 50 and are getting level 50 gear. It's all replaceable.
No,
Yeah.
I get that, but like I'm talking about like basic mechanics. You know what I'm saying? Like there's certain shit you're supposed to be able to doing to like continue the story, and I just haven't done it because I don't know like what I should be doing. Like I
Well, none
feel
of
like
it's
I'm missing out on the
as
scrap.
important
That's what I'm
because of
saying.
the difficulty level.
No,
if we're
I get
on,
all
like,
that,
the-
but like
yeah.
okay, so have you guys tethered anything to your weapons or gear yet?
No.
No, not like gyms and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I haven't started socketed
Yes.
gyms.
That's what I'm getting at. Like, I got priority quests available, and literally it's just simple shit like talking to the blacksmith, having something tethered. So it's like I was gonna do that, but I got no fucking clue like how I should do it, what I should use, any of that stuff. Like,
Oh, that's actually it's not as you might be overthinking it a little, because in reality you just want to just toss whatever on whatever, because like I said, none of this means anything until you're level 50. This is just you goofing around,
right.
just figuring out literally just the mechanic of, okay, so I got to go talk to the gem person to do the socketing.
Right.
And I can combine all of the. So you go around, you grind out, and you kill a bunch of stuff, and you pick up little gems here and there, little fractured emeralds,
Done all
fractured
that.
diamonds, blah blah blah.
Absolutely. Yep.
And then eventually you can go to the gem person. You can combine those to make a better gem of that. And
Right.
each one of those will say, hey, if you're slotting this in armor, then this is the perk it's going to give to that piece of armor. If you're going to slot it on a piece of a weapon, then this is the perk that it's going to give to the weapon. If you're going to put it on jewelry or accessories, this is the perk that it's going to add to that. But in reality, right now with the level you're at, you could literally go, hey, you know what? I could go for an extra bonus to damage, so I'll socket this on a weapon. But I guarantee you're going to have that weapon for maybe the next 3-4 hours of gameplay at the most.
Maybe, yeah. That's if you don't
At
find
the
anything
most, before you switch it out for something better.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you.
And then once you get to like level 50, once you max out like to level 50, that's when you can be a little more strategic when you've got when you're looking at armor that, especially with the necromancer, okay? Because once you get to start getting like the legendary gear, some of those give you like actual perks that are class specific. Like for instance, right now I have Adventurer's Gloves of the Frenzied Dead equipped, right? And the built-in perk for that particular legendary gloves is that each time one of my minions damages an enemy, they gain 11.5 attack speed for 3 seconds, up to 34.5%. So I have that equipped right now. Now I have a couple of like gloves that technically have more armor than that, but I like that perk, so I'm just going to keep that for now until I get something that's legit better. That I'm like, yeah, you know what? I like that. It's given me the bonus to armor that I like, plus it's given me the perk that I like.
See, I'm a sorcerer, so I like the intelligence. Like anything with intelligence on it.
Yeah.
It's good for a sorcerer.
I mean, sometimes you'll have stuff equipped that's going to give you perks for abilities that you don't have equipped. You don't need to retool your whole kit to get that that power or that ability each time. It's just like you just have it on there for now until you find something better. Trust me, you're going to have so much gear falling at your feet in this game that it's the biggest problem is going to be getting rid of it.
Yeah, selling it each time you go back, you can teleport to town. And if you need to, you're all maxed out. Oh, you can just teleport right to town, and then just go sell all your stuff, and then teleport right back.
Hey, now they're speaking French to me. I have no idea.
Feel like you're overwhelmed by trying to integrate a strategy right now.
Yeah, I'm used to like D&D paper and shit, bro. Like this right here is just way too much. Way too much overload already.
You're like I said, you are overthinking it right now. You're trying to create a strategy plan where you don't need one.
Right.
So I'll tell you what.
In reality, all you'd have to do is do a quick Google search and be like, hey, you know what? I like having a skeleton army. What's a really good skeleton army build? Let me Google that, and that's where I want to put my points. Okay, that's where I put my points.
Yeah, no, I've already done that. I mean, that's how I got my build out so far in terms of the ladder, the trio, whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah.
Because I've already started working that. And then my brother just sent me a newest one today, but I haven't even had a chance to open it up and look at it.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, I mean, there's a lot to look at. I'm not going to lie to you. There's a lot of it you don't really need to pay that much attention to or put that much weight to.
And on my ADHD, but I got a tunnel vision. I gotta like just focus on something instead of like trying to do all these things. Like I just like focus on like, okay, I'm doing this right now. You know,
You'll get to a point
'Cause I
where
get
you're not going to want to pick
ADHD.
up any blue gear. You're only going to want to pick up yellow gear, and then eventually you're going to only want to pick up like you're only
Unique.
going to want to pick up the legendary, the gold gear,
Yeah.
not the yellow gear, but like the orange gear,
Yeah.
and
The
then you're
top.
just going to be flip flopping that, you know, until you get
Jamming up
ones that
that.
you have like really great perks that you really like.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
I
then you're going to
remember.
be pretty much set at that point in time, unless something stumbles into your lap that you're like, yeah, that's really dope.
Like my eternal
But
character.
you might end up just putting it in your. You might end up just attaching that and putting the other equipment into the stash, you know, instead of selling it. But outside of that, you're going to be selling a shit ton of gear,
Making gold.
and making
Cha-ching.
gold hand over fist.
No,
I already
I'm
have
good
over
with
$1 million.
because I went. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I went and dropped another whole like. So I may or may have not dropped into a couple of dungeons that I probably should. Either I shouldn't have done it yet, or it probably just wasn't a
Yep.
good idea to go in without knowing what the fuck I was getting myself into. But I made it out, right?
Yeah.
And so that's how I got my gear, and that's how I'm sitting on 80,000 in gold right now. But like, you know,
Hey.
I got a point I gotta spend, and so I'm just going back to my little tree or whatever the fuck it's called. I can't remember what
Nice.
it's called, but anyways, I'm trying to
Yeah,
get
the
back
skill
to it
tree.
now. Thank you, so I can apply my next point.
Yep. So you got the fiend aspects equipped. You got the skull equipped to it to give you +4 to all stats. That's dope. And you got the guard styles, soul fists.
Wait, where did you
Got the
see all
grim
that?
bracers. I'm looking at your loadout right now.
How?
I can, if you go into social,
Yeah.
you can actually highlight. So like if you go into the social, you can actually highlight over me as a character,
Okay.
hit options, and you can go to view profile. It will
Oh,
actually show
sick.
my loadout.
Oh no shit. Okay.
Oh, nice.
What the fuck did it
That's
go
cool.
to? Oh, here we go. I was in the wrong damn spot. That's why.
So yeah, you can actually see
Sick, dude.
God damn it,
all
dude.
the stuff that
Paragon
I'm
is level
currently wearing,
60.
Yeah, your dude's looking
currently
sick.
have equipped.
Sick, dude.
Yeah, if you wanna see like how
Oh, you
mine
got rings.
looks,
See, I don't even have rings yet.
Why
I'm
is
not
it
even
that
tripping now.
Why is it that I'm the only one that looks like somebody that's normal?
Because listen, you built a
You
Call
look
of
like
Duty fucking loadout, bro. I don't
like a
need to-
regular.
I told you already why you look like you do. You know what I
It's a
mean?
natural inclination.
Yeah, he can't help himself. He's like, I got
Yep.
a loadout, man. I'm
It's
showing
just
you,
like, yep.
I mean, you know,
See what you're working with here. He's got rings. You
I
guys
got,
got
I
rings.
got, I got rings.
I completely
See,
lost my
I still
fucking
need some
shit,
rings.
Bro. That's not cool.
I just picked them up and put them on. Fuck them.
That's fucking great, dude. The thing I've been following for like a week now is completely gone. I don't see it anywhere. Not a fan of that.
Wait,
What?
what? What do you mean? The thing you've
Like I
been
literally
following?
I had a list for my skill tree, and it was telling me like which one to do next, and each one as I'm building it out. And now that screen is completely fucking gone.
Oh, from the start button?
No, like I said, I've been putting in work, bro.
Yeah, yeah. He's been playing this a lot.
I had a whole plan of like what I was gonna do in terms of like following a certain tree and
Okay.
shit. And
Yeah.
then my brother found a couple other ones for me to check out, and he was like, "Here, try this one instead." And so then I just stuck with that one, and now I can't fucking
Yeah.
find it. Like this is the last thing I needed, honestly.
Ah, I got you. Just trying to your reference material.
Right, and I'm just trying to get back to it, and not fucking it now. Like it's just gone. That doesn't make any sense. This is not what I had set.
Might have to Frankenstein it.
I can't, dude. Like I'm already too far
I know, like I have a
Keep in
path, like I'm
mind-
going for the
Keep
meteor.
in mind, you can always respec.
I don't want to. I've already done it once.
You can pull stuff off of ones that you've added and add them to other stuff. It's
Which means most of the
process.
game, like a big portion of the game is doing like all this type of stuff, like equipping your gear and selling your stuff, and like, yeah, no, there's a little
Seeing what
aspects
you
to
want to
it.
keep, what you don't want to keep.
And there's like a whatever amount of time you want to spend doing it. Like you don't need to like really like, you know, or
Ooh,
you can just
free.
like
I like
not
that.
spend as much time on it, you know. Kind of just wing it until like you like can get it all worked out. Like figure out what works for you.
I like free.
Yeah, I need to sell this stuff. There's like nothing good here. Where they at? Where they at?
Yeah, I like free. Free is
Damn.
nice.
I got a tickle.
We got a tickle. This map is fucking huge though, man. What the fuck?
Yeah,
It is.
it's a huge game.
We haven't even explored a quarter of this
Yeah,
fucking place yet.
Blizzard outdid themselves with this one. I remember when this came out.
Yeah, it took me a while to get the whole map covered.
I got most of it. There's a lot.
Yeah,
Where's
I ain't buying no extra shit or nothing like that. Like that's stupid. But I like free. Free's a nice price. Matt
What's free?
already at level 40
Wait,
and
Diablo's
shit.
free? Free to play?
No, if you got it on from the PlayStation Store,
Okay.
because it was
Sold that a bit.
yeah, it was one of the PlayStation Plus games. Now, has anybody, Matt, have you
Nice.
created a clan in this?
No.
You haven't created a clan, and I tried creating a clan this 5x5, and it's already taken. Which
Oh, there
sucks.
it is. It was. I'm actually part of a clan.
Oh my gosh. How could you?
I don't know. The thing that sucks is that Speed is the one who created it.
Oh, no comment.
I haven't
it's
talked to Speed in a minute,
5v5.
man.
Yeah, every time I log into my PlayStation, I realize it's a mistake to be adding new people. You know what I'm saying?
I haven't talked to Speed in a minute.
Yeah, I heard that the first time you said it. You getting old, man? You forgetting stuff? You need some vitamins?
I got that sometimers going on, man.
I hear that. Yeah.
Yep. Sometimers.
You know, I am the oldest person in this damn lobby right now.
That's a fucking
By what? A couple months?
Like a year?
Not a full year.
You worry about the wrong damn thing, man. Stop trying to race to the fucking grave.
Yeah, that's my job.
That's fair.
We old
That's
now.
fair.
I'm old. Motherfucker, you as old as you feel. If you old, that's your fault.
Damn, then
Time waits for no man. But
then
I
I
can
must
guarantee
be
you
like
it moves
90.
No faster. Listen, if time waits for no man, I can promise you it moves no faster for any other. We're all on the same fucking clock.
Sure about
Yep.
that? Because I sure as hell feel like it's moving faster.
Listen, like I said, it's a we problem. Gonna start getting them goddamn stretches and lunges in. Shit.
My back don't. My back can't handle that no more.
Yeah, I can tell by the way you staring over the first time you said my back. I expect you to be like my neck and my back. You know what I mean? Like shit, bro.
My hip,
I need to
my
stretch more. I
back,
know that.
my knees.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I get
yeah.
it. Yeah, I get it.
Boom, boom,
Alright, so
boom,
we
boom.
got that part done. Now I'm looking for the. Did I do
Yeah.
that part? Hold on.
All right. I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette, fellas. I will be right back.
Cheer. Peace.
Okay, so I did get that one done. So then the next one's gonna be Skeletal Mage Mastery. Where the fuck is that at?
Save for it.
What?
Save for it.
I can't hear you.
What does it say for the
Oh, okay.
skeletal mage master?
Curse skill. I just don't know where that's at, so I'm gonna spend like a half hour looking through this fucking tree to find it.
Oh, skeletal mage mastery. That is. Hold on.
I wish by the like fucking thing it would be like bottom right, bottom left, 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Like throw a motherfucker a goddamn bone, bro.
Right, for real. They don't make it
Like
easy.
I don't want to be sitting over here moving my cursor over some shit trying to highlight it to tell what the fuck it is when you could just say, hey, it's
It's
over here
under
on the
the
right.
curse. It's under the curse. God damn it, dog! Shut up. 1, 2,
wait,
3.
what?
It's on the. It's in the
Yeah.
third tier. Third tier, directly underneath the skull and crossbones with the blood
Perfect.
drops.
Yep, got it. Cool.
Can we get a
So we're looking at
flugelhorn for the dog?
Yeah. Bruh. That's like some bozo the clown shit right now. I swear,
Yep.
bro. That's hilarious. I love
It's on my girlfriend's bike. It's the best thing ever.
it.
I bought it for her. Imagine that coming right behind you on a trail.
There's.
I mean, honestly, every time I hear it, I just think about Art the Clown, you know? Like, just,
Oh, nice.
if I'm
That's
being
just the
honest,
extra
like,
layer.
yeah, if I'm being honest with you, that's what I'm thinking of. Like,
Nice. Juicy.
I want to say there's footage of him at, like, a local con, you know what I mean? And,
Yeah,
like,
all done up.
yeah, and obviously, like, so you got the fans that love him, but then there are the fans that are, like, just terrified of, like, him and clowns and shit in general, you know what I mean? Like, they know it's him,
Yeah.
but still, like, they just can't. Like, they're unnerved by it. So they're,
Yep.
like, all cowering in the corner, like,
Right,
laughing
for real.
hysterically, like, ready to
Everybody's just
flee
like,
and shit.
yeah,
Those are the
anxiety,
people,
panic attacks.
yeah, and so those are the people that he loves to fuck with, right?
It just goes over
So,
there. Hey.
yeah, no, well, obviously, like, so he doesn't talk, right?
Yeah, he's a mime. That's right. That's right.
Exactly. So, anyways, that's all you see is him, like, slowly, like, getting closer and closer and closer, and then, like, when he's really close, he breaks out the fucking horn, dude. He's like, wada, 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 wada. Dude, it's fucking great. It's so good. I'm just like, oh, that's so diabolical, but it's funny though, like, you know.
Right. All he's doing is blowing his horn.
Literally, you know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, they're just so unnerved by it, man. It's great. Good times for sure. Like, there's just no way. Like, you gotta love him for that. Like, it's just so fucking good.
We watched Hereditary
Good
for
man.
the first time.
How'd you like it?
Oh, it was epic. It was just, it's well made.
Dude, that classroom scene? Come on.
Dude, for real. Dude, the scenes in that movie, they were just like well shot.
No, they're unhinged for sure, but something about
The
that
framing,
classroom scene, bro, like, I felt so bad for him.
the framing of the scenes is so fresh.
Right. And what's crazy for me though is like, because I'm pretty sure Tyler hadn't seen this, but without spoiling anything, I really thought it was like, so the contrast of like the whole movie, looking at like what they went through, how he lost his sister, what he went through with the trauma and the PTSD
Yeah.
from all that, the family breakdown during that, and for him to go through all of that shit, including like the classroom scene, then going upstairs, witnessing everything, and to have it
Yeah.
where like it to end the way it did with him, is such a mind fuck, dude. Because like,
For real.
not only is it like basically positioned that like it was done on purpose for a purpose, and that purpose is him to like carry on, you know what I'm saying, tradition and all that, but like, dude, like,
Yes.
bruh,
They did a really good job.
you know what I'm saying? Because like he honestly
That
was
shit
like
was creepy.
the most mentally fucked out of everybody, and those that weren't mentally fucked died.
Yeah, me and Amy both were like, oh, this is spooky.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's what really caught me as like a wow moment is that like not only are you changed for the rest of your life, but you're gonna die, bro. Like you know, he's
Yep.
the only one to survive.
Yeah.
That's wild, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
and yet somehow you're expected to carry on the family tradition after all of that, dude. Like,
You look at how the endings are nowadays compared to like how endings used to be. You know, and
oh,
there's
yeah,
there's
endings
a lot
back
of
in the
good
day
bad endings
would
where
still
in the
be,
back
yeah,
of the
it'd
old
still be
days.
like that one jump scare because, like, you know, the killer always comes back that final time. But at the
Yeah.
same time, what we're talking about here, though, is like very much like line drawn in the sand, where it's like, you know, this is the end of the movie because everybody's fucked. You know what I'm saying?
It's gone off the rails.
Yeah, like and that only not only that, but like the weight of it alone is so much. It's so damning, so traumatic. That like not only is there no coming back from that, but like you just couldn't imagine like how we're gonna continue on in any shape, form, or fashion. Like, what is that like? You know what I'm saying?
For real.
Like
It's crazy.
they're all waiting for him. You know what I'm saying? But like, ain't nobody fucking up there, bro. Like he's by himself. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? That he's a leader of that. Like, what
Yep.
is that though? Really? Like, what is that? You know?
Sketch.
Yeah, yeah, it's heavy, dude.
Sketch,
It's heavy,
dude. That's that sketch, dude. No, that was a good one. Hereditary was spooky.
Right.
Me and Amy both just like, woo! Some scenes were just like, oh. I'd recommend that, yeah, definitely. I was talking about it at work. I was like, yeah, this movie is nuts. It's a banger. It's definitely up there. And yeah, I didn't know anything about the movie, so I was watching it just because I wanted to watch it. It's on my list, and it turns out it's full horror, so
Yep.
it's like
That's what I'm saying,
perfect
dude.
for this list.
Yeah, it really is.
I'm back.
Yeah, what up? What up with it?
We were just talking about you.
No, you
Yep.
were just talking about Hereditary.
Right.
Oh, he's watching on his phone.
Ah.
I was thinking about that too. I was like, he's probably watching on his phone and listening to us right now. I should have said something while you're out there. It's like, yeah, he's probably listening to us on his phone.
So, fam, why don't you get us started on a quest or something there, buddy?
You guys want to do quest?
Yeah.
Is everybody ready?
That way we can gain some XP.
What's Matt doing?
I have no idea. He hasn't moved in like forever.
What? Who?
Matt.
Oh.
I haven't heard from him either. He hasn't been part of the convo.
Cause that's Matt the guy Wood. Man,
Yep.
know what he wants,
I'm here.
bro.
Oh. He's been there the whole time.
I've been here the whole time. I was actually out killing stuff and completing some events. So give me just a second here. I gotta sell some gear. Gotta dump.
Yeah. You sell that
Nice.
gear.
Yeah, dude.
You sell that gear good.
That's
You hear me?
that's some good enthusiasm right there.
Yeah.
Enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Enthusiasm.
Dog.
That which brings us joy.
Yes. Very much so.
That's the.
You sell that gear so good, bro.
Nice. Let him know.
Right? What'd he do? Sold that gear. Sold it good.
Oh yeah. Oh
Hey,
my gosh.
I got
sell
one
that
question for
gear.
you.
Took that gear to Captain Moneybags. You know what I'm saying?
Question
Dumped
for
it
who?
out.
I got one question for you.
The answer
Me?
is no.
What's in the box?
Yeah, see?
That's the stash.
You know what I mean?
What's in the box?
Believe it or not, in a recent interview, I don't know how recent, so don't ask, but he did say that that's actually the most often quote shouted out at him, like at random places. Is what's in the
So,
box. You know what I mean?
you know, another funny story about that actually is that scene being kept that way was in his contract for that movie.
Really?
And sure as shit, towards the end of the filming, they were like, well, maybe we could. And he was like, nope, it's in the contract. It stays that way.
Wait, who made that choice though?
Brad Pitt did.
Oh, okay. So I'm guessing he already read the script, so he knew.
Yeah, he had already read the script.
Right. Okay. Well, because you know sometimes there'll be portions of the script that they do keep under wraps until closer to the end of the project for like realism. You know?
Yeah.
Right.
Kind of
And for it
like,
to not get
kind of
spoiled.
like Alan Rickman knowing what always meant.
Dun dun.
Damn, was that a conversation killer?
Huh? Dude, Alan Rickman, what a legend.
Right?
For real. I was just watching people play Harry Potter Magic the Gathering. You got
Shit,
Harry
I've been
Potter
playing
edition of
Hogwarts
Magic
Legacy,
the Gathering.
man. I ain't even joking. I've been playing Hogwarts Legacy. That shit is fucking badass.
Is it? I
Yes,
was thinking
it
about
is.
getting it. That'd be fun. Playing Quidditch. You play Quidditch?
No,
You can't
That's
play
a separate
Quidditch?
game.
can't play Quidditch, but you can fly a broom.
It's a separate game. You know what I mean?
It really is.
They got a whole Quidditch game?
Hogwarts Legacy? Yeah, they do. Yeah, they have a Quidditch game.
That's pretty dope. I did not know that. Yeah, Hogwarts
Hogwarts
Legacy
Legacy
seems
is
dope.
dope.
You can be a wizard and like customize be a wizard. Be sick. Like your own spells, whatever. You have
And the
whatever
thing
spells
is-
you want to do.
The thing is, you can actually connect it to your Harry Potter fan club thing, right? Like Pottermore, and whatever house you get in Pottermore, along with your wand and
Now you're
all
sounding
that.
kind of nerdy.
Yes, I am. But along with
I
your
can tell,
wand and
yeah.
all that stuff,
Yeah,
like
you're outing yourself here.
you get
Once you
placed
join
in
into
your
your Harry
house, you
Potter
get placed.
fan club,
Yep.
it's like, okay, hold on, buddy. I
Yep.
mean, the movies were pretty dope and all,
Pull his
but
underwear
the
over
game
his
is
head.
cool.
Hold on. You give him a fucking swirly, bro.
I'm not part of the fan.
Dude.
Hey,
I'm dressing up with the glasses.
hey, look. Say what you will, but I do love me I love Harry Potter. And the
Yeah,
sad
me too,
part
man.
is,
I like the movies.
Matt,
They're pretty dope.
if you
I
remember,
read the book back in the day too.
if you
First
remember when we were working at Hollywood Video, I was like, "What the fuck is this Harry Potter bullshit?" And you told me, he was like, you told me, dude, you gotta watch the movies. You're the one that got me into that shit. So
Nobody
it's
told
your
you to fall in
damn
love with
fault.
Harry. You know what I mean? Fuck you mean? Hold
Nice.
So it's your damn fault. God
You were
damn
hating
it.
on it, and Matt was like, "Give it a shot." No knock
What did
until
I
you
say?
try it.
I had to step away for a second.
on. He's probably basically trying to blame you for being all hard up on Hagrid. You know what I'm saying? It's like, listen, I get it. Flying car, it's cool, but come on, man. That shit didn't even get good till Voldemort started breathing fucking fire and snakes and shit, you know? Then it's worth watching.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I know.
All right, I'm ready to move.
Where should we go?
Whenever we
Where
are.
should we go?
You choose, man. You choose. You the
Mission.
party leader.
It looks
Yeah,
like
that's
you
the
have
Bible
a
lover, you know.
some type of. Somebody has a. You have a pin in Karagar.
What?
Yeah, that's where I'm at in my Eternal.
That would be your fearless leader there.
Should we go to there?
So if that's where you want to go, that's where we go.
I
This
mean,
is
that
this
where
is
you're-
your world,
you're-
dude.
Is that where you're slated to go?
Well, now that I've got seasonal, I'm not rated to go there. So let's just venture forth and move to the next town.
Oh, well, if it's... Then we should go to Dem's world. We could make him the party leader, and we'll go to his world, and we can help progress his campaign. Sword.
Okay.
I just gotta continue leveling at this point, so I don't care where we go.
So how do I do that?
Just go to social.
Okay.
And
PSN.
then you highlight over him. Go to options.
Okay.
And go to make party leader.
I'll be right back.
There we go.
You are dumb.
Whap, whap, whap.
Okay, so it should have said go to your party world or your state. Okay, cool. So now we're in your world state. So wherever your quests are taking you is where we go.
I just noticed that guy that walked past us. Over his avatar, his name was Buck. I bet you we know what he likes to do.
My name is Buck, and I like to dance.
I got my own mechanical bull in the back.
Oh, shit. I call him T-Bone. Anyway.
I was just thinking that. What would be a good name for the bull?
Right. Maybe Tomahawk. You know, those are big-ass fucking steaks. You ever seen one of those things, dude?
Yes.
It's crazy. It takes like an hour to cook that fucking thing.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
I got close to one of those at a steakhouse in Walla Walla on my last vacation.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude,
it was like $100 ribeye, bone-in ribeye.
Vacuum cleaners there too?
It was.
Hey, while you're joking, you know that Adam West from Walla Walla.
Yeah,
Really?
we went to his place.
Yeah.
Huh.
They have a Batman setup place too.
Oh shit.
Yeah, the Batman Museum.
Yeah.
Yep. Place is pretty cool.
I mean, honestly, if it wasn't
We
for
fed
the
so
fact
many
that he actually
ducks.
played that role, I would say he looks like a square from Walla Walla, Washington. But we all know the awesome work
He's
so.
Batman now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So automatically he gets a pass. Like it doesn't matter where you're from.
Yeah.
Batman, dude. Like Batman's from everywhere. So. All right,
The OG.
So we're supposed to be going wherever my guy needs to go. I guess is what we're saying.
Yeah, we'll follow you.
All right. Well, hold on. Let me ban somebody real fast, and then we'll get right to it. People just came in.
Yeah, my mission's pretty open. I can go whichever way, so it's like.
Ban, bro. Fuck out.
I don't really have a certain trajectory of missions I want to complete.
Aspects, yeah.
We're at an estimated 109
Alright, I'm back.
bodies buried on the grounds of the House of Martin.
Nice.
Alright, where'd y'all go?
The exact opposite of wherever you are.
We're standing next to Droopy D on his horse.
Yeah.
The Droopy D. He's got a Droopy D over here with the big horse. What the heck's going on with this?
Oh, there he
Some
is.
Jin Woo.
You mean like a horse like this?
Whoa, Talon's got a horse?
Going down, sir.
Horse
Wait,
like this.
You got a horse too?
Shoot. I think we all do, right? Like you kind of have to have one now. Is that how that works?
I don't have one, do I?
Hit right on the D-pad.
Woohoo!
What?
How often do you get the platinum?
Hit
I hit
right
right
on the
and it didn't
D-pad.
happen.
So
I
you
did
don't
that.
have a horse yet.
Uh-oh.
How the hell do you not have a horse?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Completed the storyline. You complete the whole storyline running around, but somehow managed to not get a horse?
I don't know.
Really weird.
Don't know.
Yeah, it was a
Never
while
ridden a
since I
horse in
played
this
this.
game?
Game be like that sometimes, Matt. You know.
Yeah, no, it was a long time since I've been playing this.
All right, where we going?
I might not even have beat it. I know I beat the other Diablo game.
Press right on your D-pad.
Hold it?
Just press it.
Just press right
Alright.
on the D-pad.
Yeah, press it.
Yeah. Boom.
Press it.
Right on the D-pad.
Yeah, he doesn't have a
Nothing.
horse. He doesn't have a horse.
Press it real good. I'm pressing it real good.
Wait, y'all completed the story?
No.
I did. That's how I got the horse. M's just far enough in the story that he's got his horse.
Horse is a horse, of course.
Huh.
But you apparently are not far enough in the story to have ever gotten a horse.
Which is wild.
Right?
That is wild.
Stallions.
Yeah.
I thought you were a veteran of this game. Apparently not. You're now officially the most newbie of the whole bunch because you don't have a horse.
Yep.
Just outed
Ancient's
yourself.
Lament Nightmare Sigil. Transform this dungeon into a nightmare dungeon.
I have a leveled up Eternal character.
You better not, Talon.
Right?
I will come to where you are and smite thee. Not even in game, like real life, bro. Don't do that.
If that's the only way to
Don't
get you
worry
over
about
here.
I'll help out with that. The nightmare dungeon.
Bro, you should have heard my
better gear.
brother, Matt. You should have heard my brother, Matt. He's like, I can help you load out, but you're not gonna like it or level up. And I was like, what do you mean I'm not gonna like it? I'm playing with you. What could not be to like about playing with you in the game? He's like, oh, because I'm really high in my rank, man. You'll just stand behind me. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, no.
No, I'll be able to help. There's too many for me to take. I mean, they won't take me down,
He
but
literally was
they
like,
could
just stand
easily
behind
take
me.
everyone else down around
He
me.
was like, you can just stand behind me and we'll just walk through. I'm like, we're gonna do what? He's like, yeah, we'll just walk through. I'm like, I don't fucking think so, bro.
Not in a nightmare dungeon.
Dude, he was like, how are you playing the game? I was like, I'm playing it. And he's like, no, what level are you playing? I was like, oh, I don't know. I just started playing the game. You should be playing it on hard. That's the best way to level up. I mean, you're not wrong, but like, listen.
Shit, I'm just trying to. I'm trying to play the story. Damn it.
That's you know, like, well, I mean, yes and no. I mean, you know.
Just take the bread, stubborn fool. It's what's free.
And man, see, he don't want no free shit from the church, bro. That's some deep-seated hate right there.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All I could think of was like, man, how bad did they fuck you over that you wouldn't accept that from the church? Are we talking about like Dracula size like fucked you over, or like what's really going on? Why don't you like the church? What's up with that? Ooh, hey, what's a +1 on thorns?
So Thorns is basically Thorns is kind of like when you get hit, it actually injures the enemy.
Oh, that's a little evil right there. I like that.
So it's kind of like an armor thing.
Yeah, no, I see it. I'm just curious. I mean, I'm selling it, but I was curious what it did.
I had a build that really utilized Thorns at one point in time. I mean, it was decent, but I like my skeleton army. I really do.
All right, do you have any advice about rings in particular, or just continue to level them up when I can?
I mean, no, just don't level them up. Just swap them out.
No, that's what I meant. Sorry.
Yeah. Yep, when you get a new one, see if it's better than, when you get a couple new ones, just check and see if they're better than what you currently have on there.
Yeah.
More of a boost. Then just swap them out periodically. Eventually we'll get legendary rings that will give you some really dope perks. That's when you're going to be a little more paying closer attention. But when you're in the blue and the yellow, just kind of whatever looks better and whatever kind of gives you a little bit then that's where you go. Just continually swapping.
The fuck was it? The fuck did I just do?
You shit yourself.
Sheesh, I hope not.
I mean, I know you're getting old, but damn, buddy.
Plopping right out.
I know a guy says you can't trust a fart over 40. Is that you?
No, I'm trying.
Okay,
I repaired. Okay, I got it. I repaired.
Like you
Never mind.
You gotta go check.
Never mind. I repaired everything. I'm good. I was trying to figure.
Roderick Strong.
Trying to figure out what the fuck I did, but you know.
In your pants?
Got him.
See,
that's a nervous laugh right there. You triggering, you better leave alone.
Yep. Right. The trigger finger's starting to itch.
Oh, well, he is a sniper, so even on the toilet,
Hey, watch it now.
I'm just saying, I know it's a shot you hit for sure. I hope it's a no miss. Like, I dropped the side, no shit, I cannot do what?
Down the side. He missed.
Man said he hitting sharks on the side like a fucking spittoon.
It was a rough morning. I missed.
Nah, that's the sound of the fucking the hell's it called?
Use your words, you got it.
I know, right? Like I'm trying to find them, and there's some timers just hitting again.
Lost in the matrix. I New exit.
Agents.
While we're kind of sick, kind of
chilling in stagnation.
We gotta.
Yeah, it's my fault.
Have to eventually focus on what brought us all here together today. I mean, outside of the fact it's great friends with a really cool game, but I gotta give the people what we said that we were going to give them. Conversation in regards to folk horror.
Yes, folk horror.
Which, I personally I took some time out this past week. Did a little bit more research, watched a documentary about folk horror to kind of expand my horizons. I mean, I had a really good idea, but my eyes were opened a little with this documentary called Woodlands Dark and Land Bewitched, something to that effect. But it's on Shudder. It's actually
I was watching some of that today.
Yeah, it's pretty dope documentary. And, I was kind of trying to watch a few of the newer folk horror that was a little lesser known, see if I found a new favorite. I didn't.
There's some awesome old ones.
Decent ones.
Some of the old ones look really good.
Yeah.
Most of them, really.
I mean, really, good ones out there.
Folk horror is a subgenre of the horror genre. Y'all know. And it typically revolves around folklore. That's the name.
Yep.
So, I think a lot of people may look at folk horror and think of only, like, it's witches and stuff like that. That's the folk horror.
Yeah, werewolves, witches, that kind of shit.
Right. Doesn't have to be.
There's so much to that. Like British folk, where you're dealing with the pagan aspects. But yeah, it
monsters.
There's so much more to it than that. It's just anything that deals with folklore, whether it be urban folklore, rural, pagan folklore, there's a lot.
There's a lot of folklore that comes from Asia. That
Asian folklore.
Wailing. Yep. The wailing.
To expand on that real quick, to add on to what Matt was saying, another good way to kind of put it is that it's going to be The idea is that it's two clashing ideologies in culture where the present
Yes.
is actually a stark contrast to the past,
Yeah.
or vice versa. And so usually it's the juxtaposition between those two that really kind of put us in these niche situations that actually pop up in a lot of other films. And so I think it's going to be exciting to get into this one tonight because folk horror is definitely another one of those where it turns out to be a trope that you actually often find as an underlining tone in a lot of other horror films.
Oh
So
yeah.
should be a great one
Okay,
tonight.
yeah,
We'll be
I
able to
think
kind of cover quite a
we're
few films that have already been mentioned before, but it'll be nice to touch on them in a different light for sure.
I think that you and I might be of like minds going into these lists just
Oh yeah,
based on your
absolutely.
statements.
I mean,
So,
honestly, I expect that me and you both will. I think we kind of talked about it exclusively amongst just you and I when we were kind of talking about it one day, and the fact that like another one of the reasons why I lean on you a little bit in terms of this conversation is because I feel like you've got just as an expansive library of film that I do, but it's literally like everything I don't have and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Like if I've seen it, you might not have, or you have, and vice versa. So like if you've seen it, there's a possibility that I might not have, but like we can kind of both feed off each other in that way. Um, so typically, there's a lot of information and leaning into the films from us, and then obviously, I feel like Talon and Fantomic always seem to kind of bring in that extra bit of tidbit that we might have forgotten about, or rounds out the opinion with other great films that are on our, mind frame of like what we want to talk about. It doesn't quite make the top of the list, but that's why there's 4 or 5 of us because together collectively we're still going to cover some of these films, if not directly talk about some of the same films, which is all fine. Like I said, none of it is a wrong answer here. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
we're
So,
more than likely going to be hitting on, quite a few of the same films simply
right.
because of,
And that's absolutely
you
going to
know,
drive the narrative. You know what I mean? I think that's a great thing.
yeah. So, who wants to go first? Again,
I will.
we're going to do this round robin style with personal favorites growing up.
Yep, I will dip my toe in the water. I'm perfectly fine with doing that. And this is gonna kind of like we were just saying. This is where we kind of open this up. Like you're gonna notice right from the jump that it's not gonna be what a lot of people pigeonhole into exactly what the common misconception of what just folk horror is. So
I
my
do have
favorite three
one
growing up.
real quick. I do have one expectation from you, and I'm just curious whether you're going to meet it or not. And if not, it's fine. If not, it's fine. It's just a talking point that I do kind of want to cover a little bit. But before I
Sure.
get too far ahead of myself and cut you off, are you going to get into the Holy Trinity? Yes or no? The unholy Trinity.
I know that.
Yes, at
Just that
some point.
it's fair to touch on it. I don't think we really got to get into it. Get into it. It's just fair to touch on it. It's one of those
The
things
big
where it's
three.
like, yeah, it's kind of like everybody kind of references those. I haven't seen any of them, so it's definitely like on the list for me to check them out. But I don't think I have anyways. Anyway, so yeah, I was just curious. Go ahead, please, by all means,
I'm
continue.
kind of curious as to
Right.
what you
All
think
right, let
that
me make sure that
is.
we're on the same page. Send me in Messenger exactly what you mean.
Okay, stand by. I got you.
Yeah, because I'm kind of curious myself as to what you thinking.
Well, it's a whole thing. It's like kind of known of what they are in terms of like this category in particular with
Hmm.
folk horror. So I'm just gonna just make
Because
sure I get the right
I just
list.
want to make sure. I want to make sure that we are on the same page on this one.
I can list them.
They literally came out between 68 and 73. Put it that way.
Hmm.
I'm about to send it to you right now, Matt.
I've been watching some videos and stuff, some top tens, just
Oh,
different stuff.
no, I don't think I am.
Okay, and that's fair. Like I said, like
I actually.
literally for
Oh
me, it's
well,
just a
yes,
talking point because I haven't seen
yes,
any of
yes, yes,
them.
yes.
But
Yep, yep, yes, I am. Yeah, I am.
perfect, perfect.
In fact, it's funny because number one was going to be in my honorable. Number two is on my list.
Fair enough.
Nice.
So
they
yeah,
sound really, really good. Don't get me wrong, because I've heard a lot about them. The last one is the one that really kind of intrigues me the most, although it does sound like it'd be the most brutal, like a Midsommar kind of
that's the
brutal,
one
you know. So
that's the one I'm going to
yeah,
talk about. So,
right, yeah.
um,
Okay. I'm kind
but
of lost right now, but you
all
know.
right. So
Well, I
I'll
don't
start
want to
off with my
spoil anything
personal
with it, but
faves
yeah,
growing
please
up.
go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah.
This is it. Now I know that we've got everyone all sorts of hyped around this. Uh, I will not be talking about this in this particular segment, but it will come up. And I'll let you know when it does. So, my personal favorites growing up. In the realm of folk horror, I'm going to start with Children of the Corn,
Nice.
Great.
which is a great folk horror film.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Stephen King, based on a Stephen King short story about a group of children that follow a paganistic religion. He who walks behind the rose,
Yep.
form their own basically religious cult, and murder all of the town. And when a new pair, and basically it's one of these religions where it's perpetual youth. So once you reach the age of 18, you are executed or sacrificed to he who walks behind the rose. And they actually do a pretty good job of building this, this cult-like religion. And I mean, in all honesty, the concept is pretty damn terrifying to be honest.
Yeah.
Um, and the characterizations in the film were greatly portrayed with Isaac and Malachi as the heads of the children up against the Hamilton. What's his name? Is it Steven Weber that's in that? I think that is. Um, as the visiting adults. Spawned multiple sequels, some of which are pretty decent, some of which are not quite as decent. And also they also did a remake slash reboot, which I did not care for at all. To be quite frank, and it really boils down to some of the creative decisions that were made on that particular one that kind of shot itself in the foot. Um, that and really poor use of CGI. I mean,
Yeah.
some of the special effects in the original Children of the Corn is a little dated now, but still, not a bad movie.
Yeah, I don't think
One
you're
of my
wrong
personal
with
favorites.
that. I
It
don't think
holds
you're
up.
wrong with
Yeah.
that at
Yeah.
all, and I do appreciate your candor and opinion about that because I do feel like a lot of times we'll look at films that obviously like still hold up to this day, even though it's arguable that some of it does look dated, it still holds up, and I think to an
Yeah.
extent for horror fans, that's a fucking gift. You don't get that very often.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's celebrated in the way that we still celebrate practical effects as an underlining tone of
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
like how we gauge which film obviously is the best, right? Because like directing, storyline, the way the story is written, all these things are important caveats, but it should be, a pretty sound structure in a film if you're actually going to make the film, right? So then the underlining tone that we're talking about now is exactly the narrative that drives the film and what we're looking for in terms of like practical effects. It's like you guys with the story, you guys with what little bit of effects you needed to use, but what practical effects did you really use to make the film that more immersive? That we were so involved in the film, so taken aback by it, that it struck a chord with us in a way that'll stay with us forever.
Well, in the original Children of the Corn, you know, with obviously the children were were the immediate threat, with he who walks behind the rose being kind of the
Unseen.
not to sound punny, but the one behind the scenes, or the one behind the rose. But when they do start to introduce he who walks behind the rose as kind of an actual threat, with the rolling ground, stuff like that, that was actually pretty cool. I thought, especially when I was younger, I was like, that's pretty awesome. Because obviously it was a very earthen deity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I think that's where the juxtaposition comes in, is that truly classifies this as a folk horror film, is obviously this return to the children are returning to a more paganistic religion,
Ritualistic.
and that contrasting with kind of the more modern society of the adults, thus wiping out the adults in the town of Gatlin, to create their own uh, return to the old day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what kind of really classifies that as a folk horror film. Now the second one that I'm going to talk about, personal favorites growing up, and we've heard about this movie before, and this is where I kind of express where things aren't pigeonholed to just pagan stuff. The second movie that I'm going to talk about is Candyman.
Ooh.
Which,
Nice.
I mean, if you want to talk folk horror, I mean, you don't get much more folk horror than Candyman, even if you don't immediately think of it as a folk horror film, because you're immediately going to some of these other places and thinking of these other movies that so defined the genre, or the subgenre.
100%.
But I mean, you're dealing with.
Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
You're dealing with, grad students that are researching an urban folklore myth that takes place in the Cabrini Green projects about this story that has gained such traction. It is urban. It's an urban legend, an urban folklore. So 100% classifies it as a folk horror film. And I mean, we've talked about this film a bunch of times.
Yep.
In the past, we haven't talked about it really in the realm of folk horror. And I know that I've kind of gone on 2 films now that are written based on short stories written by the master of horror, Stephen King, in Children of the Corn, and Clive Barker in Candyman. And the short story for Candyman, the Forbidden, was in I believe it was in his Books of Blood, and fantastic short story. But the mythos that's built into the character of Candyman, and the deep belief of the residents of these project houses, Cabrini Greens, is just it is a beautifully horrific representation of urban folklore. And Candyman is a fantastic representation, in my mind, of how belief, if there's enough belief, strong enough belief, it can breed life into that energy. So, I mean,
which is cool.
outside of that, I mean, you have Tony Todd, you have Virginia Madsen. Tony Todd as Candyman was just.
He owns it.
Yeah,
he owns it.
Him and his voice, he owns that movie. It's the one that really broke Tony Todd. Into kind of a lot more the horror films, and it really solidified him as a horror actor. And then the final movie that I'm going to talk about with my personal favorites growing up is a lovely little gem called Pumpkinhead.
Yes. Yes.
Now, before you dive into Pumpkinhead, hold that thought. I did want to kind of just piggyback on the excellent choice of Candyman, and you were talking about Clive Barker's story, which also, in a way, is deeply rooted into what most of us dealt with. And I touched on this a bit when we covered it the first time around, but for those that weren't around then, and to know we've got some information to share later on at the back end of the stream about what's going to happen with the first 9 episodes of Savage Saturday. We are now at volume 10. Welcome in. We're glad to have you. But to kind of go back on that, like I said, we had kind of discussed it before, and I believe it was our slasher week that we kind of touched on this, and just that, basically in a nutshell, it was definitely Clive Barker's idea and a great story, but it has its origin and roots deeply rooted in his version and take on the Bloody Mary folklore. Most of us, as kids growing up, either had friends that did this or we did this, but at some point, all of us either had a friend or was that friend that tried to do the Bloody Mary.
This is me raising my hand.
I was that friend that did it.
So quickly, I will read you the quick synopsis of what it is, and leave it to you to discern what you feel, what you think. But quickly, the legend of Bloody Mary, a spectral figure said to appear in a mirror when her name is chanted, not called, but chanted, is thought to have roots in various historical figures and folklore traditions. While no single origin story is definitively proven, the most commonly cited source is Queen Mary I of England, known as Bloody Mary, for her persecution of Protestants. Other potential influences include Elizabeth Bathory. We all know who that is. I'm just saying. For those of you that don't know, we'll get into it later. Other potential influences include Elizabeth Bathory, a Hungarian countess accused of horrific crimes, and various mirror
savage.
Yeah, various mirror divination practices. So, again, this touches on mirrors and the deep dive we did on that a couple weeks ago. This also touches on vampires, which is another type of folklore that we've already touched on also. And so, it's the fun part about folklore is that, a lot of the genres that we know now, subgenres that we've already covered, are very much deeply woven into the fabric of folklore. It's just great. It's just great to see that and how that's going to happen. We already talked about how that's going to happen. We're not ashamed of it. We're not afraid of it. We're here to talk about horror film. So yeah, folks, you're going to hear a lot of films that cover a lot of different topics and categories. But at the end of the day, it's all about what entices you, what you're interested in, and you'll be happy to know that if you don't know, that there are a lot of films, a lot of them, that cover a lot of different subgenres. And so that's kind of what this deep dive is, just the fact to celebrate of how, spread out and elaborate horror film can be. We're not necessarily the biggest fans of categories overall, but it just goes to show that, sometimes when you least expect it, you're going to have a film that literally can cover 3 or 4 different subgenres as it dominates over the horror universe.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Amen.
That very ideal is kind of what got us here to cover this. So yeah, we're really excited. Please, let's get into that third film.
Alrighty. So, Pumpkinhead.
Yeah, Lance Henriksen.
Yeah.
Yes, starring Lance Henriksen. It's the lovely story about a man and his son that live out in the backwoods, basically up in the mountains, very, very rural, and how these people come from the city and through a motorcycle accident end up killing the man's son. And he goes to the local mountain witch to summon Pumpkinhead, the embodiment of vengeance. And the story plays out wonderfully. It's a wonderful tale of how
loss and redemption, basically.
How grief and how vengeance can swallow you if you give yourself to it.
Yep.
So not only that, but obviously, there's some deep folklore traditions because this is something that has been around for a very, very long time. It is going back to the old ways, the old practices of, in exacting a death curse, if you will, but in physical form. The practical effects by Stan Winston were absolutely amazing. I thought the creature effects were off the charts. The acting in the film, Lance Henriksen, it's Lance Henriksen. So
yeah,
I
mean,
so it's really back when it was peak Lance Henriksen season.
Yep.
So his performance was amazing. And all in all, if you haven't seen the film, what are you doing? You need to go check that out.
Yep, that's a classic.
It's
absolutely amazing. So that's my three of my personal faves. I can't wait to get to the next section.
Let's put it this way: it was so good that they made 2 sequels.
Well, yeah.
I wouldn't go that far, but listen, Hollywood has a propension for doing that, which is also why we've had, candid conversations about, epic sequels that are actually almost as good as, if not better than the original.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't happen very often.
Yes.
You really don't talk about the 2 sequels to Candyman either.
No, you don't.
You'll talk about the reboot, but you don't really talk about, Farewell to the Flesh and what was the second one? Day of the Dead?
Oh, that's because the original is always...
Day of the Dead, yeah.
The original is always the one that people remember the most, right?
And
unless you're
Tony
talking
Todd
about...
was in all 3.
Unless you're talking about Nightmare on Elm Street, like...
Nightmare on Elm Street is one of those ones that had a sequel that rivaled the original, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street 3 rivaled the original.
Yes, it did.
You can't say that Candyman 2 or 3 rivaled the original. Now, the reboot comes pretty damn close.
That's why it's a short list,
And same thing with Pumpkinhead. Blood Wings was... I own Blood Wings because it's Pumpkinhead, but...
right.
Was it as good as the original? No. It was an entertaining film, and it had Pumpkinhead in it, so, hey, but as far as the quality of that film versus the original and the originality of the film, it unfortunately, it can't compete.
Nightmare.
Like Nem said, it's the reason why Hollywood loves horror is because it's cheap and will turn a profit. And if they find something that hits and strikes gold, you better believe there's going to be more of it. That's coming.
They're
going to greenlight it before the first one's out of the box office. They're going to already be starting to work on it. This is making us a lot of money. When's 2 coming out?
Are you working on
gonna,
the script?
and even if it doesn't make and most of them don't even make the theater because most of them are direct to video sequels, especially around that time because that's when the video boom was a big thing. So
Yeah.
anyway, we'll move on to the next person that wants to go over their personals.
Yep,
Well, I'll go ahead and go next. Because a couple of these were ones that were already mentioned, such as Children of the Corn and Pumpkinhead. Those are two of my favorites growing up. I love those movies, but this isn't necessarily too much growing up, but it is in my early adulthood. So, and I'm including this into this genre or subgenre simply because of the lore behind it, right? And I'm gonna go ahead and mention my third one, which is Jeepers Creepers.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, Scarecrow coming to life that is hunting every what? I can't even remember, like 23 years.
Yeah.
And it's been going on since way back when. I mean that's folklore, right? Now it's also happens to be a creature feature, but again, it's one of those that it's based in folklore. So that's why I included it, and it's one of my favorites.
Who's next?
Okay, I can go next.
Go ahead, you good.
Alright, so go ahead and go with personal favorites. So this is like when I was a kid, like watching this stuff, like early impressions on this type of genre. So number 3 would have to be the Blair Witch when that came out, because that's the whole witch genre, the whole folklore of witches and all that, and it totally preyed upon that. And that's a combo. It's a combo genre, right? It's all these things we were just talking about.
They did. Actually, you just stole one of my honorable mentions. That movie. A lot of people don't think of that when they think of folk horror. They obviously think of it just as a found footage film.
Found footage film.
But the folklore that they built behind that story, because it's not just the folklore of the witch. The Blair Witch, the whole folk Parr.
It's about them.
Rustin Parr and his crimes, that with the children, making them stand in the corner, and that whole, and Rustin Parr's cabin, that was torn down. They built a lot of story into it. And I mean, they did an amazing job of really building that story with the interviews with the townspeople that were recounting what we typically would hear, when we're dealing a folk horror, like a folklore story is, I know somebody who knew somebody who told me about this person that knew this person, that they did this, and it's this chain of events, so
and just
fantastic choice.
And just like that the telephone game where you whisper one thing in somebody's ear and then
it just keeps changing,
and it changes over time. That's folklore.
Yep.
All right, number 2 would have to be a Warlock.
Ooh.
Oh, good choice.
Good one.
Warlock from back in the day.
Think about the one Julian
I did not think about that one either.
Special effects do not hold up. Julian Stans
some of it's super funny looking.
And Richard Grant. Great movie.
Excellent movie.
That's back when CGI was still in early days, and they thought they could do anything with CGI.
Yeah, and they couldn't. They couldn't.
Yeah, dude, the hammer and nails through the footprints.
The knife scene. Through the knife, and he stopped the knife and turned it around.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, wow, watch that again and go,
7 times
back in the
over a
day when
day,
it first
like
came
that.
out, that was really dope.
Yeah,
but,
I just watched. I fell asleep to it the other day.
Yeah.
You know, that whole spell of 7 times over the day, like
I remember watching that and
dude,
be like, "Whoa, you can like put a hammer and nails through somebody's footprint." Like I was thinking that was cool.
Yep.
So you can do that. He's like, ah. You see him like the hammer and nail into the footprint. He's like, ah. It's so funny. It's like that's whoever thought of that. That's just a goofy thing, you know. So Warlock would be my number 2, and then my number 1 favorite is Hereditary now.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I mean,
just like.
But is that your number 1 favorite growing up though? Like, I mean, I guess we're still growing up.
See,
so.
It trumps those. Like it shifted them around because Warlock. I would have to say Warlock would be my number 1 from when I was a kid. Because I was one like I had access to. Like I watched it and I was like, you know, it wasn't like I had able to like go get movies. It was just what was around, which was plentiful.
That also spawned 2 sequels.
Yep. And there's some cheese.
Yeah.
There's some sweet cheese. Watch those for the comedies. For the lols, as the kids say.
Wait, Hereditary spawned 2 sequels, or Warlock spawned 2 sequels?
No, Warlock spawned 2 sequels.
Okay, yeah.
They were making cheddar.
Yeah,
make another one. Cut a copy.
The sequels kind of went away from the horror aspect of it and more towards like comedy. Campy comedy. Like,
yeah, like, 80s it out.
Almost in the same way that Nightmare on Elm Street 4 went. Nightmare on Elm Street 5. Freddy's dead. Right.
5 is when it went full on. 4 was still really dope.
4 was still good.
Dream Child.
But that's when it started.
That's Dream Warrior. Or Dream Master.
Yeah,
4 is Dream Master. 5 is Dream Child.
4 was good, but that's when it did start getting a little campy towards the center of that movie. 5 is when it went complete camp. Like, it was.
I will disagree with you till the cows come home. I don't think 4 was campy. 5 got camp. Five went goofy. So,
5 went goofy. I'll give you that.
So 5 went goofy because you had Super Freddy and a couple other little in 5 where it's kind of they started to actually go over that. Whereas in 4 they took what they did successfully in 3 with creating this glee of Freddy and his one-liners, and they just kind of amplified it a little in 4, but still it was awesome. The whole sunglasses on the beach and all of that. The souls of my children give me strength. The Roach Motel, you can check in, but you can never check out.
The pizza.
The pizza, oh, you're such a meatball. The whole thing, hey, want to suck face? There were a lot more one-liners.
They really went.
I fucking loved them all. I loved them all.
But they
still
were
do.
amazing.
It's my number 1 movie. My number 1 movie of all time, Nightmare on Elm Street. The first one.
And then in 5, that's when they actually. It was really the Super Freddy thing that was kind of like, ooh, okay, all right, going weird ways now.
Right.
So that's and then Freddy's Dead. It kind of took it.
You watched that in
way.
the theater?
I still love the movie.
I still love
the theater when it came out.
I still love that entire. I still love that
theater.
Entire series. Absolutely love that entire series.
Was it one of those where in the theater you were kind of disappointed?
Yeah.
No.
For me, it was.
So I watched 5 in the theater. I watched Freddy's Dead in the theater.
I watched Freddy's
And
Dead in the
that
theater,
actually,
3D.
that's when you had the 3D. They were handing
3D.
people the 3D
Ooh,
glasses
yeah,
to
the blue
watch.
and reds.
Yeah, the blue and reds to watch the end,
The end part of
the
it.
end segment, the third act of the movie, um, which they really thought they did amazing on. And to be honest, back in the day, I thought it was pretty damn cool. But in hindsight, watching it, it's just like, okay, yeah, it was gimmicky.
I mean, honestly, you can say gimmicky, and you're not wrong, but let's be fair about one thing, all right? It's no more gimmicky than the way you look back on 3D in all fucking movies, and it was gimmicky. Like, it was the same
You know,
shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
It was
Friday the
just a
13th
Nightmare on
3D
Elm
was
Street version
gimmicky.
of gimmicky. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So it's like,
and they were late to the party, to be honest.
and it still
They were
is
real
to
late
this
to the
day.
party.
But think about it, it still is to this day because unless you're going to like an IMAX seeing something in 3D, so then it's like it's big and everything's coming at you, you're still talking about a 3D film sold on the idea of 3D with literally half a dozen shots or less where you can tell the shot is shot the way it is because it's coming at you in 3D. And they literally had to shoot that scene just like that so that in post production they could make it 3D. So it's like, and all of them have the same trope. It just depends on like where they plug and played it in to what the horror film was. You know what I'm saying? So for like Jason, it's always going to be like a knife swipe. It's going to be a melee shot or an arrow. You know what I'm saying? It's something's coming at you. You know what I mean? And in other films,
Spear.
it's like a body part always flying out or exploding at you. You know what I mean? It's like the easiest case scenario where something can be coming at you, and that's how they do it. So it's like it's a very safe 3D. It's not like, you know,
Yeah.
for instance, I remember, you know, most recently, which this was still years ago, but most recently went and seen one of the Transformers in 3D, and that shit was amazing because like everything is flying through space and shit. Like it looks like you're in space with them flying alongside the ships and shit. You know what I mean? So like 3D's come a long way.
It's kind of
from
like
where
what
it was.
that's kind of
But
way the that drive was with Nick Cage,
you lost me.
Nicolas Cage, Drive or Drive Angry,
You lost me. You lost me.
Drive Angry.
Drive Angry.
Yeah, that's it.
You'll drive angry.
That
seen
that
that.
was a
We're
good
getting off.
movie in
We're
3D.
getting way off.
We are
topic.
getting way off topic
If
though.
it's not a horror film, I probably hadn't seen it. So I'm just be honest.
Well,
Oh,
I mean, it
snap.
has horror. It has horror elements to it.
I mean, listen, don't get me started.
That's arguable.
Right. I mean, so does a real fucking folklore story of Cinderella, but they're not telling that part where they actually cut their fucking toes off of shit to
Right.
make their feet fit in the slippers. Like, trust me,
Right.
I get it. So I'll move
Anyway,
on. I'll go.
we're to you now.
Yeah. So for me, personal favorites growing up, you know, we'll cover the ones that have been said already. With well, actually, I kind of changed mine up a little bit. I will say, and because I'll get back to it because I got more than one for our honorable mention, but somebody touched on one of my honorable mentions, which was Warlock. And the main reason I brought that one up is because like not only does it fit on all the fucking accounts, like it checks all the boxes for it. I just like distinctly remember I was sick one year as a kid, and so I went to the fucking store to rent a movie, and that's the one I walked out with. So for like the 4 days I spent at home sick, I literally had that in the VCR like nonstop, and that's all I watched was Warlock, like over and over and over and over again. Like, it was
Nice.
just great. It's one of those where you just kind of like stumble upon it. You don't know what it is, and obviously like marketing for horror films was not the way that it is now back in the day. So it's like when you found something, like you really found a fucking nugget of gold. You know what I mean? And I feel like for a lot of reasons, Warlock was that. And so I feel like for me, my growing up personal favorites list is chock full of that. It's what it is. It's like literally films I just happened to come across. We all know them now and love them for what they are. We'll go ahead and jump right into it. The one by the King, Pet Cemetery.
Ooh.
Really,
Hey,
Yeah.
really
Yep.
struck a chord with me, just because I had never been so unnerved by the idea of a movie. Still to this day, one of the most unnerving scenes in that film is not even the worst one, where it's like the accident with the interstate and all that. You know what I'm saying? And not the cat. We know what we're talking about. We'll leave it out for sake of the stream. I don't want to get, demonetized or any of that shit for talent and whatnot. But yeah, unfortunately, there was a loss of life, and while that's devastating, nothing, nothing could prepare me for the scalpel in the ankle, like the Achilles tendon. Like, that shit sent me over the edge. I could not fucking handle it, just like I could not handle Zelda. Like, it was too fucking much. Like, as a kid watching that shit, dude, and obviously, we're not kids out here. We're not babies watching this shit, but we're young, right? We're impressionable. Like, we're fucking being rebels and breaking the law by watching these fucking films, dude. Like, so anyways, yeah, like, just could not get past the kid with the scalpel, could not get past Zelda in the fucking bed being sick. God bless her. That's a horrible condition to have. It's just real life horror and trauma at its best, it's unnerving. And there's so many scenes like that, dude. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, something, what was the quote, Matt? Something in the soil is sour. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You think about that shit differently as a kid. Like, it hits different. You know what I mean? And then obviously as you get older, you kind of see it for what it is and you understand how heavy that dialogue is. But it fits the tone of the film, So quickly, moving on, for the sake of time constraints, number 2, another heavy hitter, and honestly, I saw it around about the same time that I did Warlock, so I'm thinking that's why it holds such reverence with me, and it resonates. But anyways, Wishmaster, like,
yes,
we're talking about
those movies.
We're talking about a djinn, you know what I mean? And while that may be foreign to us, it's not foreign folklore to other individuals across the other side of the world. This is what they worry about. And so, like, not knowing what that was, thinking, oh, it can't hurt to, ask for something like a wish. Like, that's like your dream, right? You find a fucking genie in a lamp, you rub it, you fucking get the 3 wishes and shit, whatever you want. Like, we all had these fucking, like that's a hot button question. Oh, if you had 3 wishes, bro, what would it be? Like, wish number 1, I want to live forever. Wish number 2, I want infinite money. Like, you just think you got it all figured out. Then you see this film and you realize, like, it's not what you think it is. You know what I mean?
Yup.
Like, you can ask for the best thing in the world, and he's gonna figure out some fucked up way to make it something that's the exact last thing that you want. And so, anyways, yeah, like, it's just crazy film. And so the last one to add to that list, it was definitely one that, like, when you talk about, like, going in blind, you learn as a kid, like, getting older, sometimes it's the best case scenario is to go in blind. And sometimes the way we get that isn't the fact that we learn, we don't want to see a bunch of trailers and have it spoiled for us. We learn because we found certain films not knowing what they were. The cover of the film gave us no correlation to what the actual film was about. And so we got snuck, right? Like, we had no idea. And I think that worked perfect for me in this last film that I'll say was one of my personal favorites growing up, because then it led me down a path where, like, I had to see more of these films like that. But the very first original Evil Dead, just had no idea what I was getting into watching that film.
Hell yeah.
Really great. Definitely takes a whole dark, sinister approach to some superstitious folklore. That's like being alone in the woods and not knowing what's coming for you, even though you know it's something.
I just watched the second one the other day.
We all had that fear of, like, going out and playing in the woods as kids, but then, like, hearing a branch snap or, a sudden gust of wind and all this shit starts falling on you. It's just acorns, but you don't know that. You're like, who's fucking with me right now? Like, what's going on? You think Evil Dead, so
Yep.
It's just one of those things, man. It's like, certain tropes that you grew up with, you kind of got to grow out of it, but they very much fall in line with folklore, about the unknown and what's out there, what's going to get you, Those are my top 3 personal favorites growing up, man.
Nice.
Next up, we've got, we're going to be getting to the GOATs, man. Greatest of all time. Your opinion, what are the heavy hitters, top 3?
Okay. So I guess it's back to me then.
Yes, sir.
So this one here is where one touch upon films we were discussing earlier. Definitely, in my opinion, one of the horror films of all time. Kind of handle. But it's not going to be the first one I'm talking about because it is kind of the number one. So I'm going to start off with number 3. With The Witch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or The Vivitch, or
The
however you want to
Vivitch.
say it.
Yeah.
However you
Right,
want to
wouldn't
say
it be called the Vitch with the V's?
I have no
The
idea.
Vivitch.
Or is it just like a cool
Vivitch.
W?
Yeah, anyone that I think it's supposed to be, harking back to, the time and era
It's
in
like
which
the
the way it was
old
spelled.
timey
Yeah,
W.
because it's still pronounced witch. You know what I'm
Back
saying?
when it was a
Everybody that
double
I've
V.
heard- Right.
Because it
everybody
used
that
to be, right?
Everybody that I've heard talk about it in deep dive on it has just referred to it as the witch.
Yeah, so it's The Witch. Obviously, classic tale of Anna, folklore surrounding how that came across from to the colonies, how that was. It was a very, very beautiful shot film. Some pretty wicked. It is a slow burn, so if action 100% of the time is your thing, that is your bad. This one might lose you. A lot of character development, really setting the tone. A lot of atmosphere development throughout the course of the film. But in my mind, really has paid for a lot of the films that have been coming out in the folklore, in folk horror since, kind of shaping the way that are being approached. Number 2, Midsommar. Because, wow. Wowie, wow, wow.
Yeah.
That one there, obviously, the paganistic, definitely putting folk horror, clearly cementing it in folk horror, but also, delving into, grief, loss, how that's managed, how trust, relationships, all in some of the most beautiful cinematography that has ever been shot. It was an absolutely stunning movie to watch, with a great cast. Really, I mean, you obviously have Florence Pugh, who knocks it out of the park with her portrayal. Really, really showing how grief and anxiety and panic disorder and depression all can really impact a person.
For real.
And even though you're surrounded by people, how you can feel so alone. And as somebody who's kind of had to deal with that themselves, I can truly appreciate where she was going with her performance. Quite heartbreaking, absolutely stunning. I'm going to give her all of her, no pun intended, if you've seen the film, I'm going to give her flowers. So,
Nice.
and obviously it has some other really great younger actors that are in there as well. Will Poulter, if I'm not mistaken, is in the film as one of the friends. Not so nice, but he's in it. And yeah, it's really about, for anyone who's uninitiated to Midsommar. I'm very, very cautious to say too much about the movie outside of the fact that you should definitely watch it. but it's about a group of individuals who end up going to a foreign land and are introduced to some foreign cultures.
Das konnte ich sein, ja. Das wunderbar.
And yes, they don't necessarily align with what we would typically associate. So, but fantastic movie, some stark imagery, beautiful cinematography, wonderful scripts. The acting is spot on. Highly recommend Midsommar. It is honestly a movie that I went into not knowing anything about, and really just based on what little I did know, I honestly believed I was not going to enjoy the film. So I went in with kind of a very set, no real expectation outside of the fact that chances are I'm not going to really be into this, and it's kind of a slow burn, but man, when it starts to go, it goes. It fucking goes. So, and it goes places that you will not expect, at all. So, if you have not seen this film, you should definitely elevate this very high up on your list. Make it your movie for the weekend, and sit back with your popcorn and enjoy.
Wanna be your sledgehammer.
Right.
My bad.
And the third one that I'm going to discuss is probably one of the most quintessential folk horror films that was ever made, and that's the original Wicker Man.
Yeah.
And I mean,
it's on the list.
That's the OG. That's the OG.
When we were talking about the Unholy Trinity earlier,
right.
This was definitely one of those.
It is.
In that discussion, and the Wicker Man. Honestly, if it wasn't for the Wicker Man, then Midsommar would not exist.
Probably not. Yeah, agreed.
I would say there's a lot of folk horror films that would not have been made had it not been for the Wicker Man. It was a very stark contrast of a Puritan man that was going to an island that followed paganistic beliefs.
Yeah, what I understand, the way it's described, not like they didn't describe it, but I am for like Talon, in case you need to know, like you don't understand. Like, bottom line, this movie is like literally like the Alien of folk horror. So it's like very much one of those where it kind of like wrote the book on like what we see now as folk horror.
Yes. So yeah, I mean, it's. I'm trying to think of a one way to put it. It's kind of like when you think about the spread of religion, the spread of Christianity, and how Christianity kind of stamped out a lot of the pagan religions and kind of co-opted them. This is basically kind of one of those tales where it kind of goes into that kind of missionary style in a way, where it's a Christian, it's basically a very, very, very Puritan man who is stepping into, in essence, a completely foreign situation where everyone in this environment that he is entering has beliefs and practices that are so vastly different from what he is used to, and it's really an exploration of how he's observing this as it's beginning to unfold, and And yeah, obviously, most people are of how it kind of ends up. Whether you've seen it or not, you probably have seen or heard, or if you haven't seen the original and you saw the remake, um, which shouldn't have happened. That one shouldn't have happened.
Not the bees.
Yeah. So
Not
yeah,
the bees.
yeah. But not a knock on Nick Cage, but I mean that remake should have not happened. This was an absolute classic, and to me is probably the single greatest folk horror film ever made. It was kind of a blueprint for how folk horror should be made in the future, and a lot of films have leaned on what the Wicker Man did in how it presented its story to make the tension and the suspense around folk horror really build in the way that it should. So that's my goats.
Alright, so I'll go ahead and run mine out of the way right now because I'm like elbow deep in some bullshit. I'm about to fucking kill everything in front of me, goddammit.
I don't even know where you at, dude.
10 o'clock on the map, up north.
Give me a second. I'm gonna
going to Corvalar.
teleport to you.
Oh, no shot, bro! I fucking died, dude.
Oh. No. Stay there.
I'm looking for you.
God damn, bro. Not what I wanted to do at all. Fuck. Now,
Tell
how
me
bad is
what.
it gonna be? What do I lose?
Oh, good. Just wait. We'll revive you.
Alright, well, while I'm waiting then, we'll go over, I'm going through my goats backwards. Newest goat added to the list has already been talked about before, Hereditary.
Yeah.
This film covers a long-standing line of tradition that most of the world doesn't know about or see. A certain family member is part of, a thing that a group will say that the rest of the family is obviously unaware of, and some very tumultuous events occur after their passing. And in a lot of ways, it ends up being sort of a rite of passage for another member of the cast that we don't know about up until the completion of the film, when everything is kind of revealed to its fruition. There's just a lot going on with it. Very much seated and rooted, though, in folklore. Very interesting take on the film, also. I would say that because I had missed out on some other films that
You need to
we're
revive
talking
me.
about. Huh?
You're up. You need to revive me.
Oh, shit.
I'm trying to get to y'all.
Nope,
You're
died
back
again.
down. Now
Yeah.
Talon's got to do it.
Yeah, I didn't realize I was doing my thing.
I'm trying to get to y'all. I'm trying to run. I'm just passing enemies right now.
You're going the wrong way.
I'm trying to
Why'd you turn around? I went right past you. Going the wrong direction.
Yeah, use the map, man.
You're literally going the opposite way.
No,
Did you just go down?
Yep. I was trying to tell. I teleported to you guys, and I don't know. I don't know. All right.
Teleport to
Wes, you're gonna
Gangrel.
have to get one of us up, and then get
Teleport to Gangrel.
I'm just reviving. I don't care.
Gangrel.
Oh, be careful.
Oh, I know.
I'm surrounded.
I just teleported to you, and I don't see you.
You're not next to me.
I just tried to teleport to you a bunch of times, and it doesn't bring me to you.
I know, you're down around the corner. Look at your corner map. I see you, Talon, but you're gonna have to... Don't try to do what I did. I tried to revive him, and it took me down. You're gonna have to fight these things.
Damn, I'm
gonna take both of you. But one to draw attention, the other will revive.
Run, Talon, run.
Yeah, I'm out of healing. Like,
oh, you got all their attention now.
Yeah, you got all that,
bro. Get out of there.
There.
You're about to go down.
That's fine. I went down.
Okay. Fuck y'all.
I mean, I got y'all up, so.
Oh, don't worry, I'll get you. This fucker's going down now. Do it the smart way this time.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, fellas. Get back to where we were going.
Yep.
Thank you. I will take any healing that I can find. That's for damn sure.
Don't have any potions stored? L1?
I used them all trying to get you guys up.
Don't worry. I'll create some for you.
No, I got 2 now.
There's one right here.
Got nowhere.
How do you ping?
Yeah, I got it. Here's another one. And another one. I got it. That was crazy.
You state your business. Hold that gate, because I got people coming, you know. Hold door, bitch.
Hold door. Hold door.
I don't even know what that means. That's the way they say it, you know.
Hold door.
Oh, yeah, then let's not go there.
Hold the door, bitch.
That's a big door to open.
Man said, no, too soon. Don't do it.
What?
Let me guess. Shocker, they died.
Alright, so you were in the middle of your greatest of all time there now.
I was, yeah. So we knocked out Hereditary, right? That was the newest one. Well, actually, that's not the newest. Anyways, moving on. Newest addition to the greatest of all time, the new school, is Nosferatu, because the original one I think definitely counts, but just because like I want to talk about some new shit too, like
right,
the newest rendition of Nosferatu quite easily puts itself in place to be one of the greats. I think probably one of the greatest revisions of that film we're probably ever going to see for a while. Just because I don't see them. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Topping that.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I don't see them topping that.
Looks like
That was a fantastic film.
I do still have time, guys, but just a heads up. Batman has already given me the heads up that he's getting started with his closing duties. So I'll go ahead and round out, make this quick. The last entrant to my greatest of all time, at the top of the list with respect to Hereditary and Nosferatu. This is my GOAT because like it literally paved the way for what I know. Like I remember very early on, not necessarily that the film traumatized me so much as I realized like, okay, I'm watching some shit here, and it took a long time for it to really kind of like get in there in terms of like my psyche and like. Here's the thing, so typically from where I'm from, lower southeast region, you guys know exactly where I'm at, but without getting too much into that, where I live and where some of you have lived is in direct correlation to the next, in a way, newly founded subgenre. It's just, I don't necessarily agree with the phrase that's coined the term for what this falls under, but it's a way to explain it that you guys will know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure the audience, once they hear me use a term, will understand exactly what we're driving at. This film is one of the originators in terms of Hicksploitation. So
Nice.
it's a thing. It's a thing. And so those that may not be familiar with the area, the best way to explain this with a film that you might obviously all be able to recognize is what exactly is an unfortunate misconnotation or misrepresentation
I
of
love
the
that.
South in Hicksploitation is Deliverance.
Yep.
So while we won't really get into what all that's about, what I can say that the number third entrance on my list of greatest of all time absolutely is a founding father of this subgenre, if you want to call it that. But for me, Texas Chainsaw Massacre checks off
There it is.
so many boxes. It's every backwoods family in the country. Literally, you're afraid of what this they're gonna be this, you know. But in talking about that, I really kind of just want to take a moment to shine a light on Hicksploitation. And so while it's not in my top four that I put in, one that was already covered for honorable mention in terms of like Warlock, because we covered that one already. I've got a whole separate list quickly of great examples of Hicksploitation. If you don't really think you know what that is, and Texas Chainsaw Massacre escapes you as to why that Hicksploitation, just think about what
Wrong
they
turn.
cover. Exactly. It's like I said, this is my
Yeah.
list for Hicksploitation.
Think about who they pick up in the van in the beginning.
Maybe that should be the next.
Three that I have for Hicksploitation are Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Hills Have Eyes, the original one,
Amen.
and Wrong Turn. So Wrong Turn is literally one of the last bastion efforts to keep like Hicksploitation going. You know, I think in a way it's a stretch, okay, but in a way, The Strangers kind of touches on that a little bit, I also think it goes without saying that I should at least, even though we really, because it just gets us down another deep, dark rabbit hole that we don't really get into TV shows, it's warranted. They put in the work, they do represent the genre, but we're just sticking to film. But I would be remiss if I did not mention, during tonight's streaming category of folklore, the one banned episode of X-Files for this category. I won't really get into it. We all know what it's about. You can find it if you want to watch it. But yeah, there is one episode that was later subsequently banned and was only aired the one time. It's been aired subsequently since then. Don't get me wrong. You can find it. You can watch it. But yeah, there is one Hicksploitation type episode of X-Files that was so jarring. Like I can't. Like bro, it was
It's the best
wild.
one.
Yeah, it's such a wild
It's the
episode,
best
dude.
one.
It's a wild episode. But to go through my goats: Hereditary, Nosferatu, the newest remake from Robert Eggers, and of course the classic original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And it's not a knock to any of them. I do mean the entire franchise, including the remake from Netflix, because it was fucking solid. That film alone literally dropped one of the greatest folklore stories in the middle of present day and handled it so well. The bus scene alone, where they try to cancel him, is a
Mm-hmm.
perfect representation of how folklore definitely correlates to present day time and does not skip a beat, does not change what the underlining tone is, and stays true to its original ideals. I think it's just a great fucking film that really, touches on what the original lore of folklore really was.
Mm-hmm.
It's the most modern adaptation of folklore I think we're ever going to see in our lifetime with what Texas Chainsaw Massacre does.
Yeah. All right.
Don't get me wrong.
Right. It
The
creates
newest
this
remake of The
legend.
Candyman was great, but I think they definitely dove more into the spiritual end of it than the folklore end, even though it's obviously still steeped in folklore.
So, I think I'll go next with the greatest of all time.
Yep, appreciate you. Go
So,
ahead.
so, you know, obviously I'm going to say Children of the Corn. It was one of the first horror movies I ever watched. I love the lore of it. Like it, like it just and it's Stephen King. I mean, Stephen King is one of the masters of horror. Um, he's done a lot of horror, and even some things that you wouldn't think are horror are still horror. Like it's weird. But Children of the Corn definitely one. I had a couple of others written down, but the more I thought about it, I'm actually going to change one of them up.
Oh, no. Too late now. You can't change your answers, bro. That's too late.
No,
I'm literally changing mine on the fly. You're good.
No, seriously, I'm changing one of mine up. So, I was going to say Jeepers Creepers, but the more I thought about it, right? I mentioned that as one of my personal favorites growing up.
Right. Yeah, go ahead.
But I was going to say it's one of the greatest of all time. Agreed. But I'm going to change that up.
Okay.
To The Grudge.
Okay.
The lore behind The Grudge, like the actual lore, the Japanese lore behind The Grudge, is what makes that movie so terrifying.
I would say that definitely has a little bit of folklore steeped into it in terms of like the whole well and the tape itself. Like
no, that you're thinking of The Ring.
Oh, my fault.
This is The Grudge.
Oh, this is The Grudge is about how somebody dies in a particularly violent way that their spirit remains in the domicile, basically cursing anyone who dares enter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, keep going, sir. Remember we're on the clock.
So, and then my third one is another Stephen King. It.
Oh, okay, hell yeah, dude.
One of the greatest of all time.
We're talking about like Stephen King version of Lovecraftian horror. I like
it. Right. I mean, it is. I mean, you're looking at lore that goes back centuries, right? In the same area.
Of a turtle, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right. The deadlights and all that stuff. Like it's one of the greatest folklore entries into modern times as far as I'm concerned.
What else you got?
That's it. Those are my three.
No, love it. Who's up next?
That's me.
What you got?
I'm gonna say some ones that I haven't even seen. I've seen some parts of them, and it's led me to believe that they are the G's. And from what I've seen on the videos I've watched about these things, because I've been trying to dip my toes into mini movies, like seeing more. A lot of them I haven't seen, but I'm judging them by what I've seen of them. So, of course, the number 3 would be the Blood on Satan's Claw.
Okay.
Which is like a more hardcore version of
And that's an old film too.
Yeah, that's an old
like
one.
that
That's
is
an old one.
that is like 1960s.
Yep. Now that's part of the unholy trinity.
Yep.
And then, because that one, like I watched some parts of it, and I was like, wow, they're doing like really cutting edge stuff as far as for that time, and like
Right.
to be on that genre at that period, like in the '60s, like doing that kind of stuff, like it's really like pushing the boundaries of what's acceptable for horror.
Blood on Satan's Claw was in 71. It was just slightly out of the 60s.
Oh, okay, missed my date.
Slightly out of it.
Sorry.
It was very, very early 70s.
Yeah, early '70s. It's right on that cusp.
That was about a time when most people refer to them as Hammer film, which were like just a group of avant-garde Italian films with yellow covers and whatnot. And there's a lot more to get into it about them, but those, yeah, the Unholy Trinity.
Well, there's Giallo?
Giallo films. Like they were probably like the best though that you could get the core of those three. So yeah, I definitely have them on my list, and it's great to hear you guys talking about them.
Yep.
Well, the thing is, I mean, when you're talking about like horror film, a lot of this stuff actually came from overseas.
Right. So
And
Matt, you got yours? Is that ready to go?
Yeah.
All right. And we're
Top
still
3
on...
now?
no.
Well, my other two are City of the Dead and Wicker Man. So there we go.
Nice. What's City of the Dead? I'm not sure if I know that one.
That's the one with Vincent Price and Christopher Lee.
Okay.
No,
Christopher Lee was in quite a few, man.
He really was.
Vincent Price is not in City of the Dead.
Oh, I got them mixed up.
Oh, okay.
I'm super
Christopher
tired.
Lee is. But basically, it's about a student of a professor. Christopher Lee plays a professor of occult studies, and a student of his he recommends for her studies, because she's a top student, that she go to this city to investigate this old the last remaining witch that was executed in regards to the Salem trials and blah blah blah. And so she ends up going there. Subsequently disappears, and which progresses the story. It's actually a really solid. All right,
Yeah, it's one on my list.
Yeah, really solid movie. All right, so we're moving along. We're crunched on time. My top 3 for now. We won't dabble too far into it. Hereditary. I'm just going to put that out there, and we're on because we've talked about it a bit.
Yep.
Another one is Lords of Salem by Rob Zombie.
Yeah.
Okay.
I found that it's one of those ones that honestly, the first time I watched Lords of Salem, I was like, I don't know if I like it. But then I was like, maybe I just didn't get this movie. And so I went and rewatched it, and I absolutely, in my opinion, it easily rivals any other film done, including Devil's Rejects, in scope and storytelling. And I honestly felt Sharon Moon Zombie actually did a pretty damn good job in that movie. I don't think she's the best actress, but I thought that she did a really solid job, leading that film.
Yeah.
And really dealing with. Obviously, it was filmed in Salem. I've been to Salem, so it was kind of cool to see and see it and go, "Yep, legit, they filmed in Salem." And it's like, yeah, they were there. And kind of the whole mythos behind it. Obviously, you want to talk folklore, you're in Salem, Massachusetts. You don't get much more Americana folklore than that. Last but not least, Ritual from what year was that? What year did that come?
2010.
17? 17.
2015.
Ritual.
I don't know. I watched a thing on that where somebody was talking about the ritual and showed some
The
scenes.
Ritual is
Looks
about
sick.
friends that go out on an expedition. It's kind of a guy's retreat. One of them is having just got over some serious relationship issues. They decide to go hiking in the woods, kind of get away from it all, and they kind of stumble across stuff, and the way that movie is done, the way that it's filmed, I mean, it's brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Highly, highly ritual. No, it was last time I saw it was for streaming for free on Netflix. So if you get an opportunity, go check that one out because that movie pops. The third act of that film is crazy. So that's my three. I dive more in French on time.
Yeah, a little bit. So I'll go
So
ahead and knock
moving
out.
on.
My bad. I'll go ahead and knock out my top three real fast. We talked about two of them already before, so I'll quickly go over those. This motherfucker's just talking, talking, talking. All right, cool. He's done talking now. All right, I had to get like talking to Vigo real fast, at least get that part of the story done. Anywho, top three for me on my watch list. I've got uh, two that I've seen already. One of those two that was mentioned was Midsommar. Like I said, just recently had watched that one last month. It was really, really good. Definitely second everything that Matt was saying on that one. It's just a great piece, especially like not knowing what to expect, kind of going in blind. Definitely a wild watch. Um,
Yeah.
One that I have not seen on this list, though, that I do want to see for top three now or on your watch list for me is definitely going to be The Witch. I had not seen that yet. I do believe I tried to watch it once already. It just, I was falling asleep because it was late. Not a knock to the film whatsoever. It was literally me. So, got it on my list. Definitely going to be checking it out just because I want to, see something new, especially in terms of like folk horror, because they're kind of hard to find ones that are
Cooks don't
really,
fall
really
asleep.
good.
They pass out.
Right. So it's just like, yeah, I had to get shit together and try to get a better rewatch. But the third one that made my top three now is one that's for a suggest to watch, especially if you have not seen it yet. Just because it kind of harkens back to our childhood in a way. I know for me, I was definitely one of those kids that was like, whenever it was like a book fair and shit, and I wasn't talking to people about video games or horror movies, I was at the book fair looking for horror books. So it's like, that's kind of where I got introduced to this one a little bit. And while the movie that this one is based on like a different one, it's definitely still in that same kind of wheelhouse that I was familiar with. So I was very excited to see like what they were going to do with the film. And even though it's positioned to be like this really kind of campy kids, PG-13, whatever, bro, it grips you, it grabs you, it warrants the watch. It's really fucking good. Scary stories to tell in the dark. 2019, great fucking film. Really, really good, fun popcorn horror. Kind of sit back and just enjoy it. It's got every single little trope that you could possibly imagine from those books on that film. It's really fucking great. There's a segment that involves like something in a hallway, and it literally just fucking absorbs everything, bro. It's so unnerving, dude. Like just, have you ever had one of those dreams where you're like,
Crooked Man.
that was unnerving too. But like the one in the hallway, bro, like it was like that big like blob looking thing or whatever, and like it would try to
Yeah,
like
the
hug you or
baby.
whatever, and then like you
Yeah, I
couldn't
don't
get
know what the
out.
hell that
Like,
was.
yeah, so if you ever had a dream where like you couldn't get out or you couldn't breathe, like you were being smothered type shit, like it literally just strikes a chord with you, and you're like, oh my god. So quickly just to round out, like obviously we're running short on time. We still probably hopefully have like maybe 15, 20 minutes or so we should be able to get through you guys no problem. But I want to go ahead and cover my honorable mentions real fast because they're going to be super quick. Mostly just to note films we've either seen before or quick reminders for you guys to check them out. And then obviously one film in particular is definitely breaking the rules, but in my opinion, I don't give a shit. It fits, and I'm celebrating it because I watch it at least once a month. Um, Another good one though on my honorable mentions to kind of like round out the list. I thought Warlock was a great mention. Like I said, I watched
Right.
it for a week straight. When I was sick, like it's just a great childhood memory I have, a young adult memory I have of like being sick home from school watching that film. Another one though that slept on, you know, it's a Stephen King film, so it shouldn't be. But a lot of people didn't think about it, I guess, in that way. But Needful Things.
I was
Yeah.
thinking of that.
Another great honorable mention for folk horror. And
Leland Gaunt.
last but not least, before this month is out, I will be sitting down to watch it one time by myself if I have to, because I don't give a shit. Big Trouble in Little China. Let's talk about it, bruh. Let's fucking talk about it. I don't give a good goddamn.
One of my all-time favorites. Like honestly,
Great practical effects.
Like I'm just saying, not only that, but like, listen, if we could, if any film that's not necessarily a horror film could find its way in, I think folk horror is definitely the genre for that film. It gets in there, man. You know, you got a whole underground, you know, Cali that's basically China. You know what I'm saying? And like that's wild to me. But it's like the man said in the movie, you know, China is here. I don't even know what the hell that means. Like, listen, it's in the statement, my guy. My man's told you, like, you know. So yeah, it's just a great film. If you haven't seen it and you're scared to watch horror films, make sure you're checking out Big Trouble in Little China, because it's probably one of the best action films, in my opinion, of all time. Definitely love the supernatural aspect to it. Obviously, you know, high karate and kung fu. How could you not love that in an action film? But this one actually covers a little bit of mythology, covers sorcery, and you know,
Awesome truck driving.
Yeah, and fucking awesome truck driving, bro. Just a big, huge chunk of Americana. And Kurt Russell ain't even the fucking lead. You know what I'm saying? He's the sidekick. A lot of people don't know that, but you know, good times, great movie. Definitely check it out. Whoever's next, please, by all means, you have the floor.
Well, why don't I through I'll roll through my honorable mentions, and that way, when it gets to them, they could you know, when it gets to those the last two remaining, could just flow through the whole rest of it.
Right.
So I'll go my honorable mentions. I mean, Blair Witch Project was already mentioned. Texas Chainsaw Massacre was already mentioned.
Still good. I love it.
But I'd also like to mention Rawhead Rex, which is another Clive Barker that deals with some folk horror, obviously, with the whole mythos of Rex and the whole pagan, and of course, you know, the priest that ends up, you know, protecting him, and kind of, yeah, it's that movie's. The special effects in the movie, admittedly, are not great. Practical, the creature effects, not great. Admittedly,
I think that's
there
a fair
is
assessment.
there
It's a fair assessment. I think it's just a sign
for the time.
Yeah,
there there
you're hard pressed to mention a film by Clive Barker where he wasn't ahead of his time.
right. So I mean, there has been talk of them redoing this, though. Rawhead Rex, which that could be really interesting for them to take on. The next one is going to be Brotherhood of the Wolf, which
nice, like a werewolf style.
Thank you. Not really though.
Not really. It's yeah. That movie is unique, and unlike all of the other ones, including Texas Chainsaw Massacre, where you know it says based on a true story, this really was based on a true story.
Right.
You know,
I think it's great when it harkens back to the time, because like now you're getting into like some of the tropes that really did kind of like drive the narrative of folklore. You know, they knew something was happening, they couldn't figure it out, but what it looked like was the beast. Do you know what I mean? So they immediately said that that's what it was, and these guys knew that, and they went along with it. You know what I mean? It's almost in the same like in a way. In a way, it's a little bit of a stretch, but follow me here. For those that are unaware of like what we're talking about in totality, it's almost the same similar situation where you get into the folklore about Robin Hood, right? And they live in this forest that's like haunted or it's magical, but it was just they had a way to handle these guys that they weren't aware of, they'd never seen before. So they immediately just assumed that it was magic or there was something crazy going on with the forest. You know what I'm saying? And it's just they knew how to use. They were fucking ninjas, bro. They knew how to use their surroundings. They didn't have much to fight with, and so they kind of made their way doing that. But then, of course, that little bit of lore gets so blown out of proportion, gets changed over so many times, that now we kind of have like this simple but convoluted story about this man called Robin Hood. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's interesting. You know, a lot of it might have been a little bit far-fetched, but it was definitely still deeply rooted in some form of truth that was shrouded in mystery, so they had no idea what was really going on. And I think what you're bringing up in this film is a great example. I mean, I have this DVD. I bought it. It's a great movie.
So, a funny story about Brotherhood. When I used to run video stores, we would get like promotional VHS tapes.
Right.
Yeah.
This is one that I got, and I watched it in subtitled in French, because it is
Yep.
originally a French film. Dubbing on it is brilliant for if subtitles aren't your thing. But it is a French film, and it actually is the story of it's like I said, it's kind of based on a historical tale of the Beast of Jovadan or something like that.
Yeah, I wasn't going to attempt to say it. I applaud you for your efforts, sir. I didn't want to
Um,
that. It's French. I can't,
where
my
King
French
Louis
vocabulary is
had basically
limited.
it was about
You
a beast attacking town folk under
Right.
the rule of King Louis
Right.
of France. So he sends in basically, in essence, kind of like bounty hunters to go and investigate and track down and kill the beast.
His G-Man.
And that's basically what the tale of Brotherhood is. But kind of back to my story, I got this VHS screener, and of course it had the little ticker tape at the bottom, property of so and so. But I watched it like that a few times, and somewhere in my move, I have misplaced that VHS, and this was years ago that I misplaced it, and man, I could not find that movie anywhere.
Right.
It took way too long for that to make the digital transfer, but fortunately it has. It's available. It's out there. It's available streaming. Go check it out. The movie's amazing. Mark Dacascos is in the film.
Yeah.
Yes, Mark Dacascos is in the film. In fact, one of the
Only the
first
Strong,
things.
right?
Yeah.
I
Yep.
thought so. That's the first movie I ever saw with him in that, dude. I was obviously like,
And I think
I was one of
wasn't
those
he in
kids where
Iron
I'm like,
Chef?
absolutely, yeah. And
Yeah.
everybody thought it was preposterous. They're like, this guy's acting. Of course he is. Go with it. Like,
He's also in a John Wick. And John Wick, what was it? John Wick 4, I think. No, 3.
So. 3. Yeah. You're right. 3.
3. But yeah, Mark Dacascos, a young Mark Dacascos is in that. It's a brilliant movie. Two more that I'll mention. First one being Bone Tomahawk with Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
Which has been mentioned before in there.
Mentioned that today when I asked them what they thought about, like, when I word association. I was like, so if I say to you folk horror, what do you think about it? And literally the first 2 films out of her fucking mouth, Wrong Turn and that one, and I'm just like, you got to be shitting me. Like, those are good examples I can think of. Like,
Yeah, Bone Tomahawk is a great folk horror film, brutal. It's everything it's suspenseful. It's everything you'd want from that particular type of movie. Won't get into too many details. Last but not least, I'm going to kind of go on the family-friendly side, and I'm going to go a little more into I'm going to talk about the Monster Squad.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love the Monster Squad. What a great movie.
Yeah, I mean, that one there, I mean, you've got multiple different folklores that are being represented. The Wolfman.
So many one-liners.
The Dracula, the vampire, and of course Frankenstein too. So these are all elements of folklore from different aspects. So you've got a whole bunch of different things going on in that. So I'm going to go ahead and toss that into the ring. Say,
Yep,
you
I
want
love that
something
movie.
family friendly, and you
It's
have young
awesome
ones
movie.
that you want to introduce gently into the horror. don't automatically toss them into Midsommar or Pumpkinhead
Or Hereditary.
Or Hereditary,
Monster
or
Squad
Lords of
would be the way to
Salem, or
go.
any of those. You want to go, you ease them in with something like the Monster Squad.
Yeah.
Or Transylvania.
Pennsylvania 65000.
Yeah, 65,000.
Watch out, huh?
There's like
Now
200 of them now.
Now we're digging deep into the pockets, bro.
All right, so that's my
Jeff Goldblum, bro.
my
Come on.
what's that?
This is fucking Jeff Goldblum, bro. Come on.
Oh, Jeff Goldblum. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's classic. Yeah, absolutely hilarious movie.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I mean, now we're just deviating too far. We all love that, but there's no comparison between Rocky Horror Picture Show and Transylvania 65000. Like, it's just a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, Rocky Horror Picture Show, I wouldn't even classify as folk horror.
No, but it is quite possibly one of the best horror musicals of all time.
Right.
Yes, one of Repo gives it a kind of a solid run for its money.
Repo does give it a yeah.
Absolutely, but let's be fair here, okay? You ain't watching Repo with like fucking 5,000 other people in a theater.
Okay, so let's make a different classification here.
Right, no, for sure.
Rocky Horror Picture Show is the best horror movie going experience that you will ever have.
Yes.
That I'll also say that it's like a cult musical though too.
It really is.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that shit, honestly, like for those that aren't familiar with the history of the film, it actually did not gain its popularity until they put the film on for one of the first times ever that the film was played like as a midnight showing. You know what I mean? There was a lot of times they did the midnight showings of like more risque taboo film, which to be fair, it definitely was ahead of its time.
Right,
That,
absolutely.
It wasn't seen as that. It was just seen as something like it was an off film, and nobody would come to see it. So we're just gonna throw it in at midnight, and the exact opposite happened, and the rest is history.
Yeah. Well, the thing is it really spoke to the outcasts, and it gave them an outlet to be themselves, let their freak flag fly.
Yeah.
So
As it turns out, that is actually one of the direct narratives of the House of Mar and our deep dives here on Saturday. So definitely can applaud that behavior and sentiment. Love that for us because you know.
Who is next?
Either you or Fan.
Yeah.
Go ahead, fam. I'll go last.
All right. So for honorable mentions, we got The Visit.
Oh no, you can do your.
I think you already did this
first.
top 3 now, didn't you?
Really?
Top 3 nows?
Yeah.
Yeah, top 3 now, and then honorable mentions. Go ahead and rip through both.
All right. Well, then my top 3 now is Midsommar, Hereditary, and let's go with, what was the last one I saw? Let's see. It doesn't have to. It can be in the last few years or so.
Honestly, for folk horror tonight, I'm just glad nobody said Showgirls because
Right.
I mean, come on, man. Come
on. Let's see.
It might somewhat fit the category of folk horror, but not applicable. You know?
Does it, though?
I mean, it depends on your point of perspective, you know.
That is true. That is true.
But technically, no. It's just, you know. For some folks.
Now, let's see, those ones I've seen recently, I guess you could go with. I guess you already brought up Nosferatu, and that's vampires folklore. It's kind of one of those ones.
I love Leo
That's a good one, man. That is a good one. It
yeah,
really
no, it's
is.
a super good one. Yeah, because that one's really, they did a really good job with that.
Warlock be creeping, bro.
I mean, there's shadow work and all that stuff. Like it was great, man.
Masterful. It's masterful.
I love the scene of like the hand across the cityscape.
Right,
yeah.
like creeping.
So good.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, that's the one you own. It's like one of the movies where like I need to own that one.
I also do really enjoy about how that one scene alone just kind of like pushes forward the narrative of like there's no way you could ever escape his reach.
Well,
Yeah.
that
Right.
and the
Right.
the voiceover during that scene too was really talking about how the city was stripped, and that was like the perfect representation of that.
Yep.
You
Oh
know,
no, it
you
really
didn't get
Yep.
was. Yeah.
Amen.
All right, so
Hell
what you
yeah.
got?
So is that your third one?
Yeah, let's just go with that. I'm
All
trying
right.
to think. I can't think of it. There was more on my mind. I watched a bunch of refreshers, and I'm just so tired right now. I'm like,
I feel you, dude. It's all
I
good, man.
got you. So
So
go ahead with
I
your
almost was like, when you were
honorables.
divvying up the time, I was like, hey, y'all talk about it more in depth, and I'll just skip this one out.
Go ahead with your honorables.
The Visit.
I
I
haven't
skipped
seen
that
that
one.
one.
The Visit.
I'm gonna need help watching that one. I ain't gonna lie to you, but we'll get there.
Then have to go with. Well, it's been mentioned too with The Witch. That's like one of those top ones.
Okay.
You know, there's.
Leprechaun.
Yeah, right, Leprechaun.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
The original Leprechaun.
Yeah, the OG with Jennifer Aniston.
Hey, you can't forget about Warwick Davies in that one.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's the main. He's the Warwick. He's the man. He's the OG. Freaking leprechaun in space. Giant leprechaun.
Leprechaun in the Hood, man. A friend with weed is a friend in need.
Yeah, those are funny, man. So cringy. You watch them now, it's like, oh my god.
Right. All right.
The flute. They had the like musical flute where he could like play the flute and like people would like him. He had like the special music powers.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
Any more?
That's about it.
You good? All right. So I'm gonna do my top three now. The first one is kind of pushing it a little bit as far as folklore, and the reason why I say this is because of the lore of where this movie came from. This movie was, or I should say, this movie is a video game adaptation. And, there is a town in Pennsylvania that is currently burning that this game is actually based on. And that is Silent Hill. So, like I said, this is kind of pushing it a little bit.
So I will agree. I don't think that's that big of a push, because in reality, even with the film, if we take everything else uh, out of the realm, right, and look at just the film itself, you are dealing with a town where they have a very, a religion
Yep.
in place, a non-standardized religion in place, and there is quite the mythos, of that's generated even in the film.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you played the games, you understand it
A
to
lot
a
better.
much deeper level.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's that big of a push to move it into the full horror. Because everyone
It's
knew about Silent
absolutely,
Hill.
yeah, it's absolutely it's one of my favorites. And I have to say that it has to be one of my top three now. Simply because I love the movie. My wife hates it because every time the fire sirens would go off, she'd be like, no, 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 no. But yeah, that's one of my top three. The next one, again, going with Rob Zombie. House of a Thousand Corpses. That one again might be pushing it.
Nope.
But you know, that again, that's one of my top 3. I know it's a little bit older. But
It's kind of exploitation.
Exploitation. You're good.
you know, again, I know it's a little bit older, but again,
like literally, Rob Zombie's entire body of work in the horror genre has literally all been exploitation. You're good.
right, right.
With the exception of Lords of Salem, I think that's about it.
Really, I didn't get that vibe with Devil's Rejects.
Do I need to explain it?
No, not in this stream, because I know we're getting ready to wrap it up here.
Right. But listen, where did they go? They went to his buddy's hideout, right?
That's true. That's
you know
true.
What I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
They're already traveling carnies, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Walton Goggins is one of my favorite actors, so you know.
Listen, just because Sherry Moon Zombie is fucking 10 doesn't make her character backwoods as fuck.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
They literally took the backwoods on the road. Like, that's what the whole thing is, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Exploitation on the road. Like, world tour. You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, just a quick synopsis, though. I guess that's what it is.
All right.
But you're not wrong.
My last one for my top 3 now is actually on my watch list. I want to see it. I have not watched this yet, but it looks amazing. And it's called You Won't Be Alone.
Okay.
2022 came out. I haven't been able to locate it yet, but as I was looking at the oh, wait, what the heck? Your client has been disconnected from the server. Lovely.
It's okay. I gotta log out here in a second anyway.
Yeah. So as far as my honorable mentions, I'm gonna mention a couple. One that has been mentioned, and then 3 that have not. So the one that's been mentioned is Pet Sematary. That was in my honorable mentions. The 3 that have not is Sleepy Hollow, Red Riding Hood with Amanda Seyfried, and Shutter Island.
Shutter Island?
Yes. Again, might be pushing that genre a little bit, but
that one might a little bit.
You know, like I said, it might be pushing that genre a little bit, but I think it still fits because it is an island, right? It's away from civilization.
But it's a psychiatric hospital,
right? That has
the whole thing is about his psychosis.
Could be.
That one I'm going to give you a little bit of a pushback on.
Okay. Look, like I said, for me it was the fact that it was secluded. Right.
I get it. That one there, Oh shit.
All right, heads up. We got left.
Oh shit!
But that's all I got.
Right.
I'm surprised that no one brought. I mean, it has been mentioned, but I'm surprised that no one brought up The Hills Have Eyes.
I was thinking about that myself. You know, I was actually thinking about that.
Yeah, I just felt like with my Texas Chainsaw, like exploitation is like a really, you know what I'm saying, it's like kind of they're not all the same. But that's why I quickly went over it with my 3 examples, just because they were the first 3 I thought about was Chainsaw, Hills Have Eyes, and Wrong Turn. But I really kind of wanted to focus on the original Hills Have Eyes because, just don't get me wrong, the remakes are great, but they're just way over the top. I think the first one kind of nailed it down. It's like one of those where it's like you can reinvent the wheel, but you're not reinventing the wheel. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the first Hills Have Eyes remake was ridiculously great. I absolutely loved the remake. In fact, as blasphemous as it may sound, I actually think I like the remake better than the original.
I'm there with you, Matt. So you know,
yep, same.
On Hills Have Eyes. Texas Chainsaw, I felt like the remake of Texas Chainsaw rivaled the original. Wasn't quite there, but it wasn't too far behind.
Right.
I genuinely feel like as far as remakes and reboots go, that is standing up there neck and shoulders above the rest.
Yeah.
Just simply because of that tracking shot from the girl in the beginning.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like I said, they knew what they were
She
doing when they had the
unalives
certain shots. I
herself in
think.
that car, and
Yeah,
the
I think.
camera follows right through the wound. I
Right.
was like, "Whoa, okay, that's some
Because I
camera
think,
work. That's pretty dope."
yeah, and I think they kind of realized like that was going to be the only thing they could really do to set itself apart as its own film alongside the rest of them in that genre of Texas
Yep.
Chainsaw. But like, yeah, it's got to be the way you shoot it. You know what I mean? Because you're never going to replicate the edge that Toby Hopper did, but you could absolutely like second that. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with you, man. I think it's a heater. It's right up there with the original one, and people might get angry for us to say, you know, that it might be better than the second or third one. I don't think there's a bad one in the bunch. They're all great for different reasons. I realize that the second and third one may not have been in the same light and as much intensity as the
Well,
first
the
one was, but I really
second
enjoyed
one
them.
is
I mean,
rather beloved.
exactly,
The
exactly my
the
point. I mean,
third the third one, Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. That one, it was hurt by the.
There was one
It
that
could
I
have
saw.
been it could have been a lot better had the MPA not gotten involved and cut it so heavily. But they forced too many edits on the third one. Next Generation was another one that was kind of crapped on. I get, but it did have Matthew McConaughey and Renee Zellweger, so
well, it looks
you're
like
not in for
we've
fun
about
there.
hit our time, guys. Once again, I appreciate all of you being here as always.
Yes,
It means a
sir.
lot that you guys are here, and I greatly appreciate that and for your time. I'll
Thank you
be
for having us.
absolutely every time, man. I'll be definitely getting in touch with you guys soon. We can get back into volume 11 for next week, and then what our additional topics are going to be. I feel like you guys are going to need some time with this last category as we prepare to kind of pivot into as we begin to pivot into AVP season. As you know, August is on the horizon, and we see
Yes.
Alien Earth very soon.
Yeah.
We see Badlands very soon. So
Yeah.
we'll be getting
Yeah.
ramped up to talk about that following next week, Volume 11, where we will be getting into international and foreign film. This one might be a little tough for you guys. I understand that. Just keep in mind if it's in a
I'll
foreign
do extra.
country, if it's in a foreign country or a foreign language, handling foreign topics, it counts. I don't want to push you guys into feeling like you have to watch a whole bunch of stuff. Just immediately write down what comes to mind. Make sure you do your research as usual. It's always greatly appreciated. But don't worry yourself over it too much. This was definitely going to be a little bit of a trickier category for everybody. If we have repeat offenders in the way of movies that have already been talked about before, as I've said before, there are no wrong answers. It's perfectly fine. We'll just dive into it in a different way, how it correlates to foreign film. And we're going to have a blast with it. I know quite a few of us have already seen some foreign films, and some films that were literally released to America after they had already been foreign films. We've
Mm-hmm.
touched on this already in terms of remakes, but sometimes you get films that make it to the States and they're still in a foreign language, okay? So, quick tip where When Evil Lurks is a great example. The Coffee Table is another great example. I'll be covering both of those next week. But yeah, just kind of look around, kick some rocks over, you know what I'm saying? See what's lurking underneath. But you definitely find yourself some. And I found more often than not, and a great example of this was Matt and his patience with me on the horror comedy, even though that's not my thing. I literally just Googled the subgenres. And so then if you just look up like horror comedies and start to look at some of the lists of what they throw out at you, like immediately you're going to see films that you don't agree with. You've either never seen them or you just don't feel like it fits the bill, and that's perfectly fine. because you will definitely find more than a handful of films. And you'll be like, oh shit, I have seen that. That is a good film.
Yep.
And then you'll be able to kind of jot it down and it'll give you your ammo. You know what I mean? So we're definitely looking forward to it. Next week, same time, same channel. We're back in here again for another Savage Saturday. We'll be talking about all types of horror films. We'll be talking about the topic, of course. And then we've got a couple of other topics we're kind of kicking around ideas for. And I'll make sure to catch up with you guys, relatively soon about that, so we've got time to kind of plan it out, what we want to touch on, what we want to talk about. And then obviously, whatever we're going to have, shooting off the hip and whatnot is always welcome into the conversation as well. We don't have to actually pin anything down to paper just to talk about it. So, yeah, a lot, like I said, it's 50-50, man. We got to come in prepared, and then whatever fosters from the conversation is just all that better. So, once again, I appreciate all you guys tonight. I'm going to be heading out of here soon. We're going to skip the raid out. It looks like most of everybody is either off tonight or they're watching the UFC pay-per-view, which is totally fine. If you guys have time, I highly encourage you to check that out as well online. Probably got about 30 to 45 minutes left of that pay-per-view to go still, I would imagine. But yeah, man, that's going to be a wrap for the night on another edition of Savage Saturday, Volume 10. We just got finished deep diving in on folk horror. It's probably a genre that we all kind of grew up loving, whether we knew what we were watching or not. We can kind of look back on it fondly now and realize that we were all a part of folk horror.
Yeah, right.
We learned a lot in this stream, just like we do with every other one, and we walked away with homework. Some of us got movies to watch now. We've got movies that we wanted to share, but we haven't even seen ourselves. Love it when that happens, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate you all.
Well, thank you for having ITP.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, more than welcome, dude. More than welcome. Big shout out to ITP 5x5. We in the pipe with Talent Steel Lob on YouTube.
Yeah.
Man. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
In the pipe.
Big shout out to Matt the God Wood. Appreciate you being here, sir. Thank you so very much. Thank you big time to Fantomic. We know you got a long day and a long schedule, sir. So I appreciate you for your time. Make sure you get some rest.
Yeah.
Get some sleep, dude.
I'm tired.
Yep, I'll be right back up with you in the morning for another shift. I promise you, bro.
Yep, Sunday morning.
You might be there before me, but I'll be there right behind. I'll be getting in there at like 8 o'clock in the morning, so.
Time to feed this church rush.
That's right. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it is.
So,
thanks for having me, man. It's been real. It's been fun.
You're welcome.
Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Again, gotta say my goodbyes to ITP. So we want to make sure that everybody gets that love.
Stay scary.
Matt, while I still got you on here, there's a movie that I seen and I cannot remember the name of it.
Okay.
It has Robert Englund as a leader of a small town, and it's in the same horror genre, right? The Hicksploitation.
Thousand Maniacs.
That could be it. That could be it. I think that is it. I absolutely think that's it.
No, I'm just kidding.
We'll see you guys back here tomorrow for Savage Sunday. Those of you joining us for the film, watching us live, we appreciate you for being here. Thank you so very much. You guys have a great night. We're going to be closing out for the stream and chatting with the guys a little bit offline, but we're so glad you guys were here hanging out with us. We appreciate you for your time. You guys have a great night out there at Twitch Universe. We will see you online tomorrow. You guys have a great night. I'm Nemesis Mar. This is the House of Mar. We've been hanging out here with the 5x5. We appreciate them every Saturday night. You can check me out hanging out with them as we deep dive into the horror genre and subgenres, talking about all current things, horror events, and we'll catch you guys next time. Y'all have a great night. Guys, I appreciate you once again. Stand by as I get out of here offline. I will still be in the chat. One quick second, we're going to log out.
Peace out.
That's a wrap,
Peace.
guys. Y'all have a great night.
Hell yeah, that's what's up. That was fun.
I am still streaming, by the way. ITP is still online.
So,
in the pipe.
Was it the right movie?
I'm still looking it up. I'm trying to. Actually, I'm looking it up by Robert Englund.
Well, then we're taking the long way around. Look up 1000 Maniacs.
2001 Maniacs.
2001.
That's it.
Oh, really?
Yep, and set in the deep south of the U.S. about a gang of college kids on spring break who spend the night in the inappropriately named Pleasant Valley, a decision they will rue, persuaded by the overzealous mayor to join them for the town's annual barbecue. The prospect seems hard to resist until they begin to disappear one by one in the most gruesome of fashions.
Wild.
Oh, nice.
Alright, well, listen, guys, I got to
That's me.
I'm going to go ahead and scram real quick, but before I do,
That's
Matt
me.
especially,
Yep.
and maybe even Wes, you might be interested in this, I'm not sure, but I had forgot that a documentary, not horror related, was coming out that I wanted to sit and watch with my moms. And I figured I'd let you guys know because I know you're into music. So Talon, you might be, appreciate this too. I don't know. Anyways, point is, Netflix, they got a fucking Led Zeppelin documentary that is amazing.
Oh, shit.
Super stoked to check that out.
Okay. Hell
Literally,
yeah.
right now. Yeah, I'm just in the chat room with them talking.
No?
I got it. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.
Alright, have a good one.
Alright,
Yep.
peace out, man. Have a good night.
Bye.
Till next time.
Oh yeah, bye.
Alright,
Peace.
and I think I am going to call it a night myself,
Hey, I love
so...
you guys, man. Have a good night.
You too.
Have a good night.
You too. Thank
Peace.
you for joining us. So yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a night myself. Spend some time with my wife and, maybe watch a movie or two, because I do have off tomorrow. But, yeah, ITP will hopefully be back next week.
Yeah. 5x5.
So, stay scary, my friends.
Stay scary. Yeah.
Have a good one. Peace.
Peace.